Kia ora, Internet.
Hello and welcome to the second episode of Apprentices of Tirenia.
In which hopefully my main character will stay on his feet for longer than 5 seconds.
Do you want to give a recap, James? What do you remember happened last week?
So last week, our party of Ambrogio, Valentino, Leona, and Ruslan, their dwarf bodyguard slash nanny, left the city of Venora to go on their journeyman quest. And so this is as part of their guild apprenticeship, transitioning into becoming a master. They have to travel around Tirenia. They have to apprentice themselves to different masters and learn different techniques and styles before returning home and demonstrating what they've learned. And so they left Venora and they went to Milano. And on the way they got attacked by some bandits, inverted commas, who seemed more interested in what Valentino had been doing with his life up until this point. I've got suspicions, but nothing concrete yet. Anyway, what I did find out is that my character can't survive fights, apparently, because I went down immediately, and then Valentino practically soloed the entire thing.
It was very close. I was really worried that just the whole thing was going to get derailed. And I halfway through the fight, I realised where it would have to go if it did, so it was alright.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to Milano, where we got asked if we wanted to be on the waiting list for the Master Smith there.
We weren't quite... you weren't quite...
Yeah, Stella Rosso.
Yeah.
And I lost my temper, and words were said in anger that cannot be unsaid. And as a result, we left there and made our way to Falsina, land of dangerous gangs of wild students who roam the street day and night, looking for a fight or to debate people about philosophy.
Can you imagine Dunedin, but with magic?
Well, I mean, there's not that many magic
But
students,
still, like, any amount of magic.
Yeah. I'm more imagining Dunedin with open carrying swords.
Well,
that's pretty go. Like, ooh, yeah, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, add flaming couches and open carry swords, and yeah, you got a problem.
Yeah. What I love though is historically, every time anybody tried to curb the influence of the students in Bologna, because that's where it's based on, they went, you can't stop us from doing what we want, and went and founded their own university somewhere where people wouldn't tell them they weren't allowed to kidnap people, for example. Oh my god. Just, wow. So, yeah, most of the other big universities in Italy were from people fleeing an attempt at curbing their excesses, shall we say. Anyway, in Falsina, we met Aurora Bernadello, who has taken us on as her apprentices, and we have had to mass produce swords for her, for someone. And in the process of mass producing these swords, Leona made the most beautiful sword ever.
Oh, she did tell me who it was from.
Oh, Claudius the Red.
Yeah, that's who she told you the order came from.
Right, okay. Yes, so anyway, Leona made the best sword ever. I, having min-maxed my character specifically to be able to make swords, rolled a 6. So I made the ugliest sword ever, but then used my magical affinity for craftsmanship to make it into a magic sword, which then started talking to me, while the rest of my party fought off dust elementals.
Smoke methods.
Smoke elementals, that's right. What's a method when it's at home?
Something that won't, just kill you in one hit. That's what a method is.
Smoke small elementals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes. Anyway, we're now
actual elementals. Ooh, boy.
We'd be dead. Anyway, we're all level 2 now.
Woo! What do you get for being level 2?
So, this is an idea we've had that I'd really love to use in a bigger full game at some point. but we're experimenting with here. Everyone has multi-classed. And this is to express the differences in their personalities, their inherent dramatic tensions.
Sweet.
Or in Valentino's case, his ability to murder people very effectively.
So what have we got?
So we've got, starting from the back, Leona, who was a cleric before, is now a cleric artificer.
Nice.
As a result, she can now imbue one of her items to glow or to say words or whatever. So that's quite cool.
It's very cool.
Oh, and she broke her awesome sword last time, didn't she?
did.
Because it wasn't properly forged.
Beautifully. But hey, the point is she's now got the skills, so like
she does. She could do that
engrave
again
anytime she wants.
Yes. And she's got a few new spells as well, which is quite cool. So she's got a whole lot of different spells that she can do now.
Mm-hmm.
Ruslan, I was told to make him a paladin, though I have no idea why, and now I got told to make him a barbarian, but I have no reason why. What does this mean? Anyway, so he's gained the ability to punch things very angrily, so that's cool.
Where could we possibly be going with this combination of elements?
Valentino is now a fighter rogue.
The ultimate combo.
It's just a classic. It's always been a classic. It still is a classic.
Burger and cheese. Chips, I mean.
Yep, they just go together.
Burger and cheese too.
And so he is now even better at fighting in case.
Yeah, you're just going to use that every time you can now, right? Because that's now you know the terminology. Yeah, case.
Yeah. And Ambrogio is now a sorcerer warlock. 2
charisma mage classes, eh?
Since doing this, I've actually found out that sorcerer warlock is considered an extremely powerful, borderline busted combination.
Cool.
So that's cool. I don't have all the pieces yet to be able to break the game open with it, but that was a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, my warlock pact is the pact of the Hexblade. I have a pact with the sword that I have just made, and I think that's a nice segue. Start for today.
If only I didn't have to give you your horoscope first.
I actually view the horoscopes as being like the little bit of text that you get at the beginning of the Clone Wars.
Sure. Yeah, actually. No, before we get into the role-playing, we've got a couple of little business things. So, first bit of admin is we should actually be able to see the chat on screen today. Yay, when people start chatting. Whereas we couldn't last time because I'm a noob and I don't know how to set streams up. What else? We are this one we need to do the sell for this one.
Oh, is this
later in November we're going to be taking part in Gaming for Charity, which you can find at gamingforcharity.nz.
So this is a fundraiser for gaming streamers to raise money for
Heart Kids and
Korocare.
We've chosen to sponsor Heart Kids.
And so you get sponsors to fund you while you try to do a gaming marathon. And that sounds exactly like our sort of thing on Skybear Games.
Yeah, what are we gonna stream?
I was thinking
G to PG rated.
I was thinking it would be good if our backers and our patrons could request some things, maybe.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're thinking that there's some games that Claire has been telling me that I ought to play for a while now.
It's gotta be G or PG, though.
And there's some games that I've been saying you should play for a while.
Yeah.
Not sure about the ratings, though. There might be
That's
EMs.
the thing, like, I'm thinking, like, Planescape might be a bit too mature. So,
oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, might be.
Yeah. Well, we're super keen to do it. We're going to try and do 24 hours and
24-hour gaming! Woo!
See if we can get babysitting for the night. For the 24 hours.
Jeez.
But we can, it looks like on the website we can do it, sort of break it up. So that's cool. If you want to sponsor us specifically, you can go to gamingforcharity.nz/SkybearGames. or sign up yourself and do some streaming yourself during that time.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
It's a really good cause.
Tell us, we'll watch you.
Yes.
Yeah. And we'll contribute to your campaign as well.
It's a really good cause, and so it's just a wonderful opportunity to raise some awareness of these charities.
More on that when we get closer to it, because right now our focus is Armageddon.
On which topic we've had some rather exciting deliveries here.
Go on.
And so we have 200 copies of our adventure that we've written, with the introductory guide to Tirenia cut down to only, 6 pages or so? 10 pages?
Oh,
something in that vicinity anyway.
Yeah.
And then there's a 30-page adventure which is set in Tirenia for level 1 characters. We're really excited about it. It looks fantastic. It's a really fun adventure. Our playtesters loved it. So come see us at Armageddon, and also take part in our Armageddon campaign while you're there. We're going to have a 4-part campaign. The Siege of Medellano, depicting the battle between the bronze dragons of Staglia and the silver dragons of Medellano. A different part of the battle will take place every day, and there will also be 2 adventures each day, and so you'll choose which side you want to support while you're doing this. And there's other ways you can earn points for your side as well. And your decisions and your points totals will determine what happens from day to day, and ultimately determine who wins the war.
Yes.
So very exciting, especially if I can get around to finishing writing the thing.
You're going well. You'll be all right.
I am. I'll be fine.
I forgot to tweet that we're live, so I'm just tweeting that we're live. There you go. Done.
Nice.
Yeah. So we've got the posters for the stall. We've got the booklets. We're just waiting on the stickers.
Stickers are arriving soon. We've gotten the shipping notification for them. And apart from that, check out Street Rat on Bitsy, Chapter 9, just launched today.
I just finished that.
Yeah.
It's only a short one.
Yeah.
I say that every month.
You do say that every month.
It's only a
I
short
think you
one.
might have too many projects.
I might have too many projects. I might. It's true.
Yeah.
There's that, and then
Yeah.
Just trying to think if there was anything else. Check out our podcast from last week. It was really fun. We had a nice little conversation with our friend Ben.
We've done some brainstorming on what we're going to record next week as well, so that's going to be fun. And while you're at it, check out Don't Forget Your Towel, which is another gaming podcast where a wonderful group of actors is going through lots of different role-playing games. So far, they've finished releasing their first episode, and they're up to the second one. And I've delayed until mentioning it until now because I'm in the second one. So you can listen to me screaming and failing at Call of Cthulhu, which, to be fair, is the expected. Yeah, that's the expected experience in Call of Cthulhu, is screaming and dying. Do I make it out alive? Spoilers.
But do you? No. Okay.
It's Call of Cthulhu. Yeah.
No, I didn't make it out alive.
No. Especially if you're doing a one-shot of Call of Cthulhu. Yeah. It's the one-shot you're kind of signing up for horrible things to happen to you.
Oh, and just a little thing back, since we are shouting out podcasts, back to our friend Ben. We had him on because he's the host of the podcast Dumplings and Dragons. So check that out if you like D&D live plays, like what we're doing right now. He's got one.
Yeah, or if you want a bit more representation in your game, it's a good one.
Yeah, all Asian cast. Wide range of ages and
some very funny and talented people on that.
Yeah. Just trying to think, was there any other plugs we need to do? Oh yeah, come on the Discord. Come join the Discord.
Come check out our new website.
Yeah.
Designed by my niece. It's 10 now.
Or 11?
Or 11. I haven't seen her for a while. She's in the States. But yes, she's designed us a new website. It looks fantastic. So check out our new website.
We're very happy with it.
Yep.
I think that might be it.
I think that might be it.
All right. That's enough plugs.
Yep.
Let's get going.
What's my horoscope for today?
Oh, hi, Sprout Girl.
Hey, Sprout Girl.
Loving the suggestions. Oh, thank you.
Ah.
Oh, good morning,
Good
Kiwi
morning.
Khalifa. From your other side of the world. All right, what happened to my music? Oh, no, it's still going.
Still music.
Okay. Are you ready, Ambrosio? Are you ready for your horoscope?
Tell me my horoscope. I need a voice for Ambrosio.
I don't know why I imagine it's sort of whiny. Don't do it.
But I was going to Milano to pick up some... No, never mind.
Oh, right, Toshi Station?
Yeah.
Oh, yay! Look, the chat is showing up in the...
Yay! Well, I mean, really, it's you, so, like...
I know, but
you
still,
should be getting
celebrating.
all the high fives.
Okay.
Yeah.
F's in the chat. No, don't F's in the chat. Okay, right. Sorrelina, little sister, in Unicorn, your second house. Training and/or education is in your future. Work hard and reap the rewards.
I see. So I'm going to be becoming a farmer.
Sorrelona, or big sister, in Aboleth, your 8th house.
Oh.
Watch for men of the cloth. They may protect you, or they may see the need to protect something from you. Or you from something.
Watch for men of the cloth. I'm writing that one down. That's a good one.
And finally, Sorella Anziana, the old sister.
Yes.
In your 9th house. The time of destiny is upon you. It is connected to learning or travel, or it could be more esoteric.
Or it could be connected to both.
Yeah. We resume immediately at the
Having
forge.
just had my mystical vision.
Yeah. And that worked. Thank goodness.
What? Who are you? What?
You, bearing the sword. Do you know Laurentio?
No.
Oh, pity. I was so sure this would work.
What would work? Who are you?
You need to find Laurentio.
Answer the question. Who are you?
Who are you talking to? Says Leona as the smoke clears. Quietly.
Ambrosio thinks to himself, having just sort of shouted that to everyone in the room. Is there still time to deny? He thinks about it for a second and then... I'm not sure. Seems like the most honest answer.
Just think to me. I can hear you.
What?
Stop being so god obvious and not modern day blasphemy, no. Stop being so flames damned obvious. And just think. My name is Maria. I'm looking for you. Are you sure you don't know a Laurentio?
Ambrosio looks at the others in the room first to see what they're reacting like.
So Leona definitely heard you talking, but the others are a bit more like... So Valentino is actually helping up Aurora. And Ruslan is just steadily coughing away and sort of trying to look after you all, but he's actually in the worst shape, having taken in a bit of smoke.
Okay.
So really only Leona has properly noticed you.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to, ignore her.
It's okay, she gets ignored all the time.
Yeah, my eyes glaze off as I try and project words inside my head. No, I don't know Laurentio.
Hang on, I'll try...
What?
I'll try something. And then you get like the briefest flickers of visions through the mental connection with the sword. And she shows you this handsome man dressed all in black. And he's got a scar on his eyebrow, and he's got all black hair and a neat goatee. And he looks like your quintessential bad boy. He looks like a total bad boy, cocky, fencing sword at hip. Yeah. No, not Anakin Skywalker. God damn it! No.
What,
who am
I thinking of? Black sword. Okay,
I'm thinking of.
Sounds like Anakin Skywalker to me.
Imagine like Karl Urban.
Right.
As Anakin Skywalker. Like imagine if you put those two together. So like way cooler than Anakin, but sort of dressed like third episode Anakin.
Right.
But like actually in like Italian Renaissance.
Yeah.
Not robes.
I don't know. Now I'm just imagining Anakin Skywalker, but from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, sure. But no, I want you to imagine him with a codpiece, okay?
Yeah, I don't want to imagine Anakin Skywalker with a codpiece.
Okay, yeah. No, okay, no. I know exactly who I'm thinking of. Karl Urban, but as Tybalt in the 1990s Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, yeah, got it.
Imagine Karl Urban in that role, and that would be, yeah.
Got it.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay. She is imagining him.
Right.
Have you seen him?
No. Who is he?
He would be maybe 20 years older now, so he might be a bit like greyish, a bit wrinkled, maybe, I don't know, but he would probably look a lot like that.
I don't understand. Who are you? Who is Laurentio? What's going on?
My name is Maria. And
okay.
I am dead. And I have been trying really, really hard to get back.
Did Laurentio kill you?
No. Laurentio was my paramour, all right, and I need to talk to him. No, she's not Maria
not Julie Andrews.
No, imagine her being played by like Monica Bellucci, okay? Okay. She's definitely not Julie Andrews.
How do you solve a problem like Laurentio?
No! Stop it! On you! Stop it! No, you're all ganging up on me. It's not fair.
I think it's exactly fair.
Okay.
The hills are alive.
Okay, fine. She looks
the
like
thoughts of swords.
She looks like Julie Andrews. Fine. I don't care anymore.
Welcome to the other side of GM.
You know what, James? She's going to be a singing sword now. That's what you've done. Congratulations, Brilliant. Chat. That's what you've done to me now. She is a singing sword. Just pray that she doesn't start singing Wiggles songs, because that's all I ever listen to now during the day. Because mother of a baby. Yay. Anyway. So, yeah.
So now I'm imagining General Grievous walking forward with a sword singing to the propeller. General Kenobi, to the propeller, to the propeller, to the propeller.
I have to tell you something. I'm so sorry, Chat. I have to tell you a thing. Yesterday, I was out walking.
And then we derailed.
I went out walking with Arthur. And you know how he always points at helicopters, right? Because he just kept pointing and pointing at it. And then he like started doing this babble. And I was like, is he trying to sing? And so I started singing Do the Propeller. And he was like, like I was doing.
Yeah, he got it.
I was doing the propeller. Yeah. Anyway.
That's so cute. Oh.
Okay.
Anyway.
Obviously, I have managed to find you so that it's your destiny to find Laurentio for me. There you go.
Hang on. Destiny?
Yeah. Well, like, I'm a magic sword now. Hi. Go find Laurentio.
I look down at my... I look down at my magic sword.
When did this become laughing? No!
Everything is laughing, Claire. I look down at my magic sword, my kind of plain, ugly, not very well made sword.
Decorated with the child's doodle of an engraving, because you suck at engraving.
And raise an eyebrow internally and externally.
What? I can tell I'm a sword. I mean, I heard the ringing. I mean, I don't know. You could have been banging together a church bell or something, but like I felt like the connection I could come through on was fire and metal, and I was right. So here I am. Yeah, Leona is sort of like.
Because how long has this conversation been now?
Actually, she would have moved on now to trying to help the two older people because they are coughing and stuff.
What's that a reference
it is your
to?
destiny. I'm not sure. Sprout Girl, what is that a destiny? What is that a reference to? The destiny thing. So, yeah, Leona casts little looks at you every now and again, but she's mostly just trying to help.
Yeah.
And actually, Valentino's starting to watch you too now, because now that the cleric has taken over looking after the coughing people, he's sort of like standing there like a little bit awkward, like looking after people's not really my thing. I'm more about the stabby stab.
We'll talk about this more later, and then stick it on. I've heard we need to watch that.
Yeah, me
There's
too.
many things I've heard we need to watch at some point.
Is that the one with Daniel Radcliffe and?
No, it's the Mel Brooks one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got it. We'll put it on the to watch list. There is a huge delay. Okay. Partly it's also I'm doing this on a crappy laptop, so like humongous.
There's a
delay.
bit of lag and delay.
So he's starting to take a notice of you.
Yeah, I stick the sword away and
the mental connection dims, but you can sort of hear. You can, for a little while you're going to hear that, and then after you're just going to hear like constant like FM radio of singing.
Yeah, but...
I think she sings so that she doesn't go insane, trapped in an inanimate object.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, it must be pretty lonely.
Yeah, like I think at times she'd try and make a connection through your eyes, but unless you're like really, really thinking about what you're seeing, I don't think it's that easy to see through your eyes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Especially not if she's.
Yeah. It's like if you were purposefully looking, like when you're smithing, and if she's like, if you've got her at your waist and you're smithing, she'll see that because like that's like super focused, right?
Focused, yeah.
But normal, just walking around town, not really paying attention.
Yeah.
She's not gonna.
But on the other hand, if I'm like,
if your adrenaline was up, like if you were being attacked, you'd definitely see that. But like, normal stuff, just not really. So you get a little FM radio coming on.
Yeah.
Later. Okay. The others start to recover, and no one is really questioning you at the moment because, like, oh my gosh, what the heck just happened? And in fact...
That's a good question. What just happened to you?
Yeah. Wait, who's asking?
Me.
You.
Asking them.
Okay. And Aurora ushers you all inside to sit down, and she bosses Valentina around, not Leona, because she's like tending to her and Rosanna, but gets Valentino to bring, wine and bread and stuff.
I bet this makes Valentino happy.
Yeah, he's happy to be given a job for now. And
no, I meant that's sarcastic.
And no, he's been standing there feeling like a useless tool. But being told to ask the servants to bring stuff in gives them something to do. And Aurora, when everyone's finally gathered around and she's able to catch her breath, she goes, I've seen this once before. There's something that happens sometimes, elemental magic, when you're involved with that much heat.
Magic?
fire, the element of fire itself, can sort of take over. It can do things that you weren't intending. And were you born under a fire sign or something? Her cough sounds really
Yes,
raspy.
I was born under the sign of the Griffin.
I thought as much. Oh, yeah. So was the last person I saw this happen to.
And actually, about now is probably when Ambrogio realizes that he's the only person not coughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else is in the smoke cloud too,
absolutely.
but he's the one who's not coughing.
It was when I was an apprentice. And this other apprentice forged for himself this amazing sword that it never needed sharpening. Ever. After he forged it.
That's impossible.
I saw what I saw.
And then
he made some kind of connection with more. He made some sort of connection with the element of fire. Something happened. I've never seen it again. I don't know how to do it myself. All I know is that's what I saw, and that's what he described. And when it happened, we were attacked by those things. Well, I guess you didn't see them. So we were attacked by these smoky things.
So it's dangerous? It's dangerous for me to be doing this?
I don't know if you'll ever get it to happen again. Certainly that apprentice that I was with back then, at least as long as I knew him, he never had it happen again to him.
What happened to him?
Well, he got the sword, and eventually we sort of parted ways. We had to go on our journeyman adventures separately, and I heard about him maybe a decade or so later. He ended up getting killed for his sword. Something unique like that, right? It's a treasure, and it meant a lot to him. He never sold
priceless.
it. Yeah, exactly. It was just a pointless, just knife in the dark in an inn one day. He sort of got a little bit gloatful about it, as far as I remember. I don't know if he was still gloating about it a decade later, but I heard through, guild gossip and stuff. That's what happened.
I heard things when I was smithing.
And everyone is like eyes on you.
I heard a voice. I saw the stars flashing through the sky. A voice asked me, "Who am I?" What was the second question again?
What is it you want?
Oh, who am I? What is it that I want? And what am I willing to give for it? And then I was here again. And Ambrogio breaks eye contact at that moment as he leaves out that one little detail. Do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Roll for
lying to my party?
Yeah. And where's your party's dice? See what they have to say about this.
Oh, wait, I'm only rolling one dice, not two.
No, you know what? Roll two.
Okay, sure.
No. All of your close family members who have known you your whole life know that you are leaving something out. You are not subtle.
Because Ambrogio cannot roll well.
First roll of the session, and it's an Ambrogio
with advantage, and it's an Ambrogio roll. Ambrogio. At least this time he's rolling for lying to his friends and family as opposed to not dying. So
Leona has her head cocked like a cat.
Yeah.
And she's thinking there, and she goes, "Well, what did you say to the voice that asked you those questions? What did you say? Who are you?" Well, obviously you just said Ambrogio, right?
Right.
Roll it.
No, I think I just automatically fail at this.
Okay.
Clearly I'm not being... Clearly it's me trying to not give answers and then picking up on
Okay, okay.
I'm being evasive.
And what did you say you want? I can tell you if you've forgotten.
Yeah, I have forgotten what I said I wanted.
The unicorn.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I said the unicorn.
Which do you remember what it means, or did you choose it for what it means, or did you just like choose it for what you felt?
For what I felt.
Okay.
The right way of doing it.
Okay,
moment,
okay.
Especially for someone who was born under a fireside.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Embarasso.
Embarasso, more like.
That's true. He is Embarasso. Yeah. It's a G, by the way, instead of where the S is.
Yeah.
And then move a few other letters as well.
Yeah.
But it's still a decent attempt.
Some of those letters are right.
Yeah. So yeah. What did you tell it that you wanted?
I think Ambrogio falls silent here. He's not ready to answer these questions, but lying is getting nowhere.
Right.
And there's a limit to how far he can lie. He's run out of ideas on how to mislead.
Well, Aurora is starting to feel a little bit better. She's had some wine, and her voice is starting to finally sound a bit smoother again. Do you mind if I take a look at the sword? Perhaps I can try and ascertain its properties. Out of interest, does Leona get like identify?
Yes.
Oh, nice. So she could also ascertain its
Though
properties.
she does have to pay for some fairly chunky material components to do an identify. Sure. So it's not something that you would just fork out casually. On the other hand, detect magic would tell you quite a bit, probably, which they can all do.
Actually, yeah, she can just drop it right now, right? Has she got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Though she would. It depends on whether the scabbard would mute the magic or not.
Sure.
But if I had it out, then yes, they'd be able to just go detect magic and tell what sort of magic it's got.
And where did that scabbard come from?
That's a really good question.
That's a really good question. And yet you have a scabbard.
I do have a scabbard.
And
is the scabbard Laurencio?
No, stop shipping your sword and scabbard, James. That's really dirty. No. The scabbard, now that you pay more attention to it, you notice is hard wooden and black lacquered.
That's quite fancy sounding.
There's not really any ornamentation on it at the moment, though you could sort of see on this very smooth, shiny black lacquer that someone could paint something there if you wanted. But for now, it's just very elegant looking.
Well, okay. This is another case where I even wish I had Pendragon's personality systems.
Yeah, why? What's your dilemma?
For that sort of like, no, my sword, my own, my precious, versus you are actually my master and I swore to follow what you say.
Right. Well, how do you feel weighted towards those two poles? Because we could still roll it, just call it.
I feel that as a chaotic person, I'm more willing to go with what I feel rather what I
agree.
said.
Yeah.
So I think I'd hang on to it and not want to pass it over.
Cool. I like that.
And I'll just say rather lamely, I'd prefer not to.
Yeah. Just a side note, you just gave me inspiration for, we wanted to have a unique personality system.
Yes.
Maybe tying it to the zodiac is We can talk about that later, though.
Yes, well.
Okay. Aurora looks a little bit taken aback, but at the same time, having seen this before, she has seen someone get obsessive over a sword before and just sort of pulls back and okay, maybe tomorrow.
That story about don't get murdered in the street, though.
Yeah.
Wow. Did that stick with me, or did it just go out in one ear without the other? We'll find out.
You are a teenage boy, so we'll see.
Teenage boy with a new sword.
Yeah. I think Leona right now is going to drop a detect magic.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think the big question is, does detect magic work through wood? Or would it say things about the wood?
Yeah, actually, you're right. She's going to get feedback about the scabbard, not the sword.
It depends how much. I don't remember how much wood blocks it.
We haven't got the player's handbook
We haven't
down
got the
here.
player's handbook
Have you got
down
your
here.
phone on you?
No.
Okay, I'll get this up.
Yeah, you can just do it in another window.
Right. Detect Magique. 5e. And I will turn the music back on. Penetrate most barriers.
Was blocked by
3 feet of wood.
3 feet of wood. It is not 3 feet thick.
Not a chance. So
yeah. In other words, it won't go through a wall, basically.
No.
But it will go through a scabbard.
So because I haven't had any time to prep this scabbard, I don't actually know what magical properties it has just yet.
Yeah.
I'll think about that.
Some.
I'll think about that. It definitely has something, and maybe we'll find it through improvisation. But
the sword, would it have necromantic magic on it then?
Actually,
if it's got the soul of a dead woman attached to it.
It doesn't really seem to, actually. It seems to have an affinity to the forge.
Right.
A soul of fire. And, like, she gets the image of, like, the sword pointing.
Right.
And so she says as much. She says, that's a smith's sword. Oh, I bet it would burn to touch it. I reckon you could try and fire flames through that sword. I don't know, it's just a sense that I'm getting.
Is there a fireplace nearby?
Sure, there can be. Or we could go back up to the forge just briefly.
Yeah, I feel like I'd want something that is in the room, so let's see what happens. All right. Boys with their swords, right? Yeah. Pulls it out. Yeah. Does the sword say anything?
Oh, good. What are we doing? I found Laurentio.
Fire, I think, rather questioningly, and sort of level it, wobble it in the direction of the fireplace.
A very lame firebolt shoots out from the tip of the sword. You can use the sword as an arcane focus.
I can, in fact. Yes.
Yeah. But it does start a fire.
Yeah. So it started on the floor in front of the fireplace.
No. Can you put a little bit more gusto into it next time? That was embarrassing, says Maria the sword.
I look at Maria thinking about how it was hard enough when I just had everybody else on my case, let alone a voice in my head from my sword. But I think about it and I concentrate and fire
Boom.
In my head.
And yeah, you get a decent crackling blaze from that one.
Step back a bit. Probably so does everybody else.
Well, I said it was a magic sword, says Aurora. Maybe be a bit more careful next time before you blow my house up. What else did you want to try with the sword? Or you could even try asking Maria about the sword.
That's an interesting idea. What else can we do?
Well,
stab. Who should I test that one on? Valentino?
Maybe don't.
Because he'll kick my butt.
I feel like there's a chance, because of my presence, that you might get sort of spontaneous heat from me. Possibly it might hurt people a little bit more. I don't know. I'm not very experienced at being a sword.
I think back, I'm not very experienced at using a sword.
And I feel like I feel like I like the sound of hammers at the forge.
Actually, what does Valentino think about how I'm holding this thing? Is he worried about how I'm...
Oi! Put it away. We're in company right now, doofus.
Right. Sorry.
Rosalind is just shaking his head like, first smoke methods, stories about crazy guys with swords and
swords that shoot fireballs.
Swords that shoot fire. What the heck is that?
Actually, I think the second time I probably said fire when it... yeah, to get the necessary oomph.
Fair enough. So yeah, and sorry, that time that you held it, you felt what she and Leona had said about a connection with the forge.
Right.
Like having this with you might make you a better smith somehow.
Okay. That's something just to try next time.
Next time you're at the forge working on something particularly hard. Yeah. So that's a thing.
Okay.
All right. Oh, and you can write down on your character sheet +1 sword. And tell me if you ever roll a 20 or a 19.
Well, presumably the 19 is if I activate that power.
Ah, yes.
So, yeah, if I ever get a crit on it. Well, let's...
Oh, Heinen. Hopefully she'll come on screen.
We have a cat being very friendly to our legs under the table. Well, okay, that makes my sword rather awesome.
Okay. So, you are all sort of given your own time to, like, Aurora needs a nap. Yeah. Rosalind agrees that he could have a nap too, and he heads back to the dormitory. The rest of you are left alone. You could go and have a nap as well, or you
I go and lie down on my bunk with the sword and then draw it out and start talking to Maria some more.
Cool. Leona's outside actually with a broom, just sweeping up some of the debris because she doesn't feel very tired right now. Yeah. Valentino is
Wait, she's a cat and she doesn't feel tired?
Not right now.
No.
Oh, so close and yet so far. And Valentino isn't in the...
It's not a metaphor for anything. Oh, she's on the stream. She's on the stream. Mute.
What does your elbow smell like?
I don't know.
Pizza?
Maybe. Oh.
Come here. Oh.
Oh.
Yay, it's cat. Okay, so Valentino is too cool to be sleeping in the dormitory, so he's sort of out on the stoop, just like sort of hanging there, lopsidedly, like maybe even dozing, who knows. There's not a lot of traffic, and there's certainly no students who come to sort of get his goal up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's aiming for, but he doesn't get what he wants. And so you're alone in one corner of the dormitory with your... Oh, God. Nim's touching my computer. Okay.
We're good.
So.
Oh.
Well, what would you like to know? I'm all ears. I'm all sword, really, but I am nothing but answering your questions because you are my world right now.
Thanks, I think. Who were you?
My name was Maria. And I don't know how much I want to talk about it with you. Sorry.
Okay.
You're like, what, 15?
18.
Really?
Yes.
Scrawny.
It's personal.
You're small for your age.
So are you.
You know nothing of my age, nor will you. You should never ask a lady's age.
Well, right now, you're about half an hour old.
Fine, then that's how old I am.
Fine. So, what would you like to talk about?
I would like you to find Laurentio. And I have a clue for you.
Right.
As to where he might be. When last I saw him, he was in Kaineopoli.
Right.
But he left. And I don't know where he went. In fact, it was important that I not know where he went.
Right.
So he kept it a secret from me.
Did he not want you to find him?
No, he didn't want me to accidentally betray him.
Betray him to who?
The Benevoli.
Who?
The Benevoli.
The good people?
Yep.
Is that like fairies?
I would say if only, but they're probably worse.
Who are the Benevoli?
You really don't know?
Oh, no. Should I know?
Where are you from?
I'm from Venora.
Where is that?
It's in the Eridano Valley near Medilano.
Oh, so you're like from the exact opposite side of the country. Still, I would have thought you'd have heard of the Benevoli. Well, you are young. Okay. The Benevoli are run by the Black Dragons, and they are mobsters.
Oh!
Yeah.
And they are after Laurentio.
Yeah, well, they were 20 years ago. But I'm sure he's still alive.
How do you know?
I just know, okay?
All right. Well, you're the one who can shoot fire, so okay.
So, are we going to go to Kamiopoli and, like, pick up the trail?
It's a 20-year trail.
Okay, fine. Are you going to go around wherever we are now and ask about Laurentio?
I might do.
Good. Well, what are you waiting for?
I'm not going to go right now.
Why not?
Do you know what they do in this town? They ask you about thinking. Ow. Just banged my head.
Oh, you're in Falsina. Oh, she says darkly.
What, have you been here before?
No, but I've heard of its reputation. Still, maybe you should ask some people. Well, okay, fine. I guess if you're in a weak mortal shell, you probably need your sleep, so whatever, I can wait. I'll be here all day, forever.
Who was Laurentio?
I told you, he was my paramour.
Sure, but who was he? Was he a merchant? Was he a swordsman?
Yeah, he was a swordsman.
He was a swordsman?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
like a mercenary?
Yeah. Roll inside.
Great, my sword is lying to me. Because I'm Ambrogio.
And because there are no visual cues.
Yeah.
And because you're Ambrogio.
And because I'm Ambrogio.
You might need to swap dice, because I wonder if those dice are betraying you.
Probability doesn't work like that.
Keep digging yourself into that hole then. That dice-related hole.
Dice hole.
Anyway. Okay.
Nope, completely oblivious.
Yeah, he was a mercenary. He was really good with a sword.
Okay. Is that why you're a sword now?
And she thinks about this for a moment. And it's a good thing you can't hear what she's thinking. Right. If a sword could blush. No.
Right.
No, had an opportunity, okay? While I was alive, I was fire touched. And maybe because of my ancestry or something, I found a sort of afterlife through flame. I was waiting for a time to come back. And your forging was what brought me through.
You were reborn as my sword.
Maybe I could have been anything. I think it was about the moment. Possibly it was about you as well. I don't know. I mean, okay, actually, you know what? I feel really dumb. Who are you? You've been asking me all this stuff, and I've been talking about Laurentio, but, like, who even are you?
I'm Ambrogio.
And like, I want to know, like, because maybe this will help me figure out why did destiny point me towards you, or you towards me? Like,
you keep saying destiny. I don't think it works like that.
I have been, like, reborn into a sword. Are you sure you want to argue with me about destiny?
Doesn't that prove that there's no such thing? Whose destiny would be to be a sword?
Okay, I need for you to not make me feel like this is random, because then I'll feel really, really, really bad that I'm trapped inside an inanimate object, potentially forever. I don't know, maybe throw me back into the forge and melt me down, because if you're not going to find Laurentio for me, then there is no point in me being back.
Okay, no, I will...
You have a suicidal sword on your hands now.
Yeah, no. What if you wound up, and then it's that whole thing of, like, how do you stop yourself from thinking something? Right? How do you stop yourself from thinking something? How do you realize that you're thinking about something and try not to think about it before thinking about that thing?
Are you talking about thinking? This town is getting to
me. But what I'm imagining is a melted down lump of soft metal
that is sentient.
I'm imagining sentient melted metal.
Okay, that sounds even worse. Fine, all right. I'm
trying really hard not to think about it.
I'm not asking you to do that to me. Okay, anyway, who are you? Your name's Ambrogio. Cool.
Yeah.
Who are your people?
I'm a ward of Giorgio Donaldo.
Giorgio Donaldo.
He's... I
feel like I should know that name. Why should I know that name?
Probably shouldn't. They're no one important anymore.
Not anymore.
But they were
20 years ago, maybe?
Maybe. They were good enough to take me in.
Right.
And now I'm their youngest son. Well, sort of.
What do you mean, sort of? Who else is there?
Well, there's my older brother, Valentino. He's great. You should be with him. He'd know just what to do.
Okay. You want to give me to him? That's cool. I mean, so long as you guys stick together in case...
No.
Okay, fine. All right. Okay. Jeez, it was your suggestion, not mine.
Only he's the swordsman. He's the leader.
Well, I don't know.
And then there's Leona. She's another orphan who Giorgio adopted. Well, didn't really adopt, but looks after. She'd be able to give you line in scripture about what all of this meant. She'd know what this was all about.
Great. Should we talk to her?
Maybe? I don't know. I'm just... You want to know who I am? I'm nobody. That's who I am.
I don't think you are nobody. Clearly you're talking to me right now.
Well, fine. I'm somebody. But I'm nobody important.
But you, like... I don't know, I feel like a pretty epic sword, and you forged me, so, like, that's cool.
You are a pretty epic sword. What is the wall made of?
The what?
The wall made of.
Like plaster and like bricks and stuff.
So this is a ridiculously bad idea. What happens if I try to shove the sword into the wall?
I mean, I think it would go through the plaster like butter.
Yeah.
But it would probably get stuck in the mortar and you have to sort of...
Yeah, and then there's a little bit of teenage awkwardness of like, oh, whoops, that was a pretty bad idea. But that said, like, this thing just cut through into that.
It's pretty damn sharp.
Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, this is why it's a magic sword.
Yeah.
It is, ridiculously
and now
sharp.
you can definitely feel that it is like a... Not just talking, but a magic sword in the sort of
it might
legendary
sense. Yeah, it might be a little bit ugly. It might be a little bit...
I'm ugly? She feels your thought. Oh, well, maybe at least I won't get stolen as easily. She tries to compensate.
But you're very sharp.
That's good. That's that's what a sword should be, right?
Well, I guess this is also where I like hop off the bed and now hold the sword and do some sort of teenage boy like hua hua.
Oi, Rosalind. I'm trying to sleep. If you're gonna do sword practice, can you please go into the yard? Who's that? Is that Valentino guy?
No, that's the Rosalind. He's guard for the family.
Oh, show me what he's like. Show me what he's like.
I imagine him.
Damn it. Not Laurentio. Oh my god, that comment. I'm never going to be able to unimagine that now.
Yeah.
There's a big smiley face and yeah.
Hey, at least it's not a poop emoji.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't let you get away with that. Okay, so...
Okay.
She's disappointed, but...
Yeah. And then I'll imagine the other two as well. Actually, I would have imagined them when I was talking about them.
Too young. She says about both. She asks you to imagine Giorgio.
Yeah, and I do.
That's not him.
No. Well, I will stop into the yard because it is time to have a nap. What time of day is it right now?
Actually, it's like, well, it could be siesta if you want.
Yeah, it could be, except it's a sort of siesta where I'm basically saying it's time to have a nap, but I'm not actually going to have a nap.
Yeah, well, all of you teens are a bit restless at the moment.
Yeah, so, especially right now. So I'm going to be...
An epic thing just happened.
Yeah, so. I'm not going to be able to have a nap. Yeah. I am too busy with my sword.
With your sword. Okay, well, permit me if you do some time jumping.
Sure.
Okay. We've done that one. So.
But the next opportunity, the next time I've got some free time.
Yeah.
You know how Aurora's smithing equipment got stolen?
Yes, I was just about to get into this. What are you going to do?
I was going to suggest that it's time for all of us to go down to the town and try and find who did it.
Oh boy. Okay. Cool. Let's see if you can find them.
That was deception for everyone else. For I don't have an ulterior motive at all.
Ooh, okay. This might be going places. Okay, all right. Well, Valentino is champing at the bit because he's been waiting on the stoop like every spare moment he's got, like waiting for a fight.
Yeah.
He is fight because he's heard about these students and he's the same age as these students and he's just like, I'm going to show them who's boss. These students, weak, lily-livered, I'm the real swordsman here. Like, so he wants to show them who's boss.
I think Valentino and I have probably got into some scraps in the past with people.
Totally.
Yeah, growing boys, right?
Absolutely.
Like, the two Donaldo boys. Yeah.
And Leona is always close by.
To roll her eyes
you never quite, I mean, it's not just that. You never quite know how she always manages to track you, but she's always close by to heal your scrapes.
Put us back together
Put
again.
you back together again.
Yeah.
And if things get especially rough, she is known to weigh in with her own She's got a mace, right?
She's got the claws.
Yeah. She's been known to weigh in when the going gets tough.
Yeah.
So whether you invite her or not, she's coming too.
Oh, no. We're all going to go.
Are you inviting Ruslan, or are you trying to keep him away from this?
Oh, I don't know about inviting him, but I'm not inviting. Actually, yeah, I think I would be not inviting him, but I'm not really trying to hide it.
Well, okay, if you're saying this in front of him, then he's going to try and come because he is the bodyguard.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you're not trying to sneak away from him,
I'm not trying to sneak away from him.
Then he's definitely coming with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even. There's not even a question about it. He just goes, "I'll go get my gear."
Yeah.
Go show these students what's what.
Yeah. So
Aurora's not coming though.
No,
she's not. She's very, very grateful that you're going to finally investigate. Her alternative offer is like, if you want to, we could just make me some new ones. But on the other hand, if we keep letting these students run amok, it will just happen again and again. Yeah. So
no, we've got to teach them a lesson.
Well, I'm very grateful to you.
He says, resting one hand on the pommel of his sword.
Okay.
I'm too eagerly.
I'm very grateful. Actually, I wonder if this is where you want to see if there's some possible upgrades. Maybe she can swap you some equipment.
Yeah, actually, this could be a good chance for it.
You did want a chance.
I did want a chance for it, and there's another place where I wish we had the player's handbook down here.
Bugger, shall I go get it?
Oh, yeah, that could be a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, you do what you can.
Okay, so the real thing is we are very low on cash.
Yeah,
maybe we can get mates rates.
She's willing to do some swaps and mates rates.
Swaps would be useful, yeah.
Like a traded in.
Yeah. Yeah. The Ambrogio can now wear armor, and oh boy, that's going to help so much. Right, let's see. So it's Ambrogio can wear armor now. Valentino can wear armor now. Ruslan already has the best armor he's going to get.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. And Leona, what's she wearing? Looks like she's got the best armor she's going to get too.
So is it just Ambrogio?
It's Ambrogio and Valentino can both have better armor.
Okay, cool. Should definitely do it for mates rates for you.
Yeah.
Yes, he can put armor on now that he's a warlock, right? Is that what did it?
Yeah, right. Now that I'm a warlock, I've got access
multi-class.
Yeah, and it's now that I'm a Hexblade warlock.
Right.
Because they're meant to be the sort of close combat warlocks.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for you to
finally
chase
be
these
valuable. Finally be useful in a fight.
I, to be honest, I did not expect this, but I like where it's going.
Didn't you?
No, I wrote it as if it could happen, but I thought it was the least likely thing to happen.
Okay, so Valentino has leather armor, and he would like to upgrade to... Let's see, what can he have? He go for scale mail, but then he can't sneak around anymore. Which, that just seems like a bad idea. He'd love a breastplate, but there's no way he's affording one of those. No. So, let's see, he could get a chain shirt. That'll give him 15 armor.
Nice.
Or he could get studded leather. That will give him 15 armor. Okay, so he would like studded leather.
Okay, what's the price difference?
So that is a 35 gold price difference.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon.
No. Is that just Valentino, though?
Yeah, that's just his armor.
Okay, so it's just a one-up for armor class. I'm sure for Ambrogio...
It's not as big as Ambrogio getting any armor whatsoever.
Yeah.
So even if we just go for some really cheap and dirty... Because he's got nothing at the moment.
Yeah, I see that. So it's just some leather armor?
Even if he goes for a suit of hide armor, even if we just go skin an animal, basically, and put it on... that's an extra 2 points of armor, which is like, that's pretty good, and he can just straight up afford that. It's only 10 gold.
Oh, wow.
Because it's the cheapest, nastiest armor available.
Oh, and it's medium.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'd say it's somewhat civilized.
Sure.
It might even be like a lizard hide, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's looking a bit more elegant than your like,
Yeah.
I don't know, elk hide or wolf hide thing.
Cool.
Hercules, yeah.
Yeah, we're a lion skin. Yeah.
Because you'd need it to be somewhat sort of
Frock hide.
it's not croc hide, but you wouldn't want it to be like really furry because it would get too hot.
Oh, you boil.
Yeah. Okay.
No, some sort of lizard hide.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Cool. Well, that'll do for now until we actually
Yeah.
get some more money to be able to afford
Definitely
better armor.
And she'd give you mates rates for that, so maybe just 8 rather than 10.
Okay. Cool. So that's 7 left.
Okay.
And then the other question is, do I want a shield? Because I can now use shields. And that will put me up to 15 armor classes.
Oh, that is pretty good. I'd do it if I were you. Can you afford it?
Yep. Nope.
Oh, okay. Never mind. The others pitch in?
Yeah, if the others pitch in, I can afford it.
Okay. I'm sure they would be happy to do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
The idea of the one who got KO'd
dies all the time
last time having a shield, I'm sure they
theme-wise, I don't think it would actually be a shield.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it might be a buckler.
Yeah, I was thinking
a buckler is quite appropriate.
Yeah, totally.
Cap in Avengers in the pajamas.
Is that a nickname for one of his outfits?
It must be the nickname. It's a pretty awful costume in Avengers.
Is that like the original costume?
Not like the World War II one, but the one he wears in the Avengers is just ugly.
And then I don't pay enough attention to.
He gets a much more streamlined one after that, but his first like I'm Captain America costume is just like that doesn't look great. Anyway. Yeah, let's call it a buckler.
Sweet. Cool. Yeah, she says the one in the Avengers. Yeah. I'll have to look it up and actually
exactly. Yeah, I just can't imagine being like, yeah, I've got a giant kite shield.
No.
No, buckler.
Something small and nimbly.
Yeah, I was gonna say
quickly.
just a parrying short sword, because that's effectively
sure.
But no, I like a buckler.
Okay,
cool. And that puts me up to a nice chunky 15 armor class.
Cool.
Which is a lot better than 11. That's 20% more armor.
So much better.
So much better. My entire character concept was waiting on this moment, basically.
Congratulations.
You're now sucking anymore.
You're now playing with the big leagues. Okay, cool.
Leagues anyway.
The 4 of you set out from the Smith yard.
We have a slow motion swagger.
I was just thinking like Brooklyn Nine-Nine walking up, like. So what are you gonna do?
So, I guess the first thing to do is to find a student bar.
Okay.
And actually, there's somewhere where would Ruslan have some like words of advice about how we should approach this, or is he just going to leave us to do it ourselves? Because if we do it ourselves, it's going to get messy. OMG, Ambrogio is Peralta. I mean, that's cool.
You know, Ruslan is Terry.
Yep.
Yeah. And Leona is Santiago. So I think that makes Valentino Rosa.
I was just about to say, is Valentino Rosa.
I think he's the never smiles, always angry one. Yeah. So Ruslan, actually, roll your insight.
Yeah. So apparently now that I'm
finally,
I'm a badass.
Now that you're feeling Peralta,
now that I'm
you can
Peralta,
actually be competent.
Oh, here comes them again. I can actually roll above a 5.
You get the distinct sense that Ruslan is feeling out of his depth.
Huh.
And then you sort of feel like, looking back, maybe he's felt that way a lot while with you teenagers.
Huh. Well, I don't think I'm going to call him on that. I sort of looked to him for guidance for a bit, and then you know what? This is where I'd normally look for Valentino for guidance. He's the leader. He's the big brother.
Sure. Roll your insight for him.
No, you know
Okay,
what?
okay, sure, you mean blindly.
I'm feeling
sure.
ballsy.
Okay.
It's this fresh rush of self-confidence from having my own sword that can shoot firebolts. Like, that gives most people confidence, right?
Okay, you see the first student bar you see with its hanging sign and the painted words on it. El Ombra Obscuro.
The obscuring shadow. Try hard. Oh, shadow.
We both went to the same university, and the university bar was Shadows.
Oh,
I was waiting for the drop. There we go.
God.
There we go. You're at Shadows.
All right. So
El Umbra.
we push aside the doors, walk in.
You don't get noticed because it's just a bunch of students around tables.
Of other people who are all like this.
They're talking really excitedly, and they're arguing about all sorts of esoteric stuff that sounds like utter nonsense to you. A couple of people might look your way to sort of size you up, but they don't really care. Also, there's a girl with you. What the hell? But obviously, one of you is dating her because, and actually, it was time to get a few odd looks too. Because an old guy, what?
Okay, so.
But maybe he's one of those old students.
What's
Everyone
the Tirenian for oi?
I don't know. Chow. I don't know. Cavallo. I don't know. Cabbages.
Hey! I shout out to everyone.
A couple of tables around you turn to look. And actually, when their sound drops off, a couple more tables turn around to look. What?
Aurora Bernadello's smithing tools. Who knows where they went?
Roll your intimidation. That's Leona.
Oh, that's Leona. 23.
Oh! Okay.
My eyes. That's 23 with prestidigitation, my new cantrip, to let my eyes go. Whoom.
Whoa! Okay, cool.
Cool.
All right. There is silence in the bar, and then there's titters of and then swaggering from the shadows of Shadows, from the back booth.
The shadows of shadows, yeah.
From the back booth.
That's where we badass classic
with badass
boys used to
boys.
sit.
Yeah.
Not like both times that I went there.
Comes this tall, svelte guy with hair that seems to change colour under the light. Always with a silvery base to it.
Right.
But how oil has rainbows in it. When you look at a patch of, if you've got a puddle of petrol or something and then you see the light go through it and then rainbows come out.
So you know this is going to end really badly.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Guy comes up and goes, Gianni de Trion, what's it to you?
I want them back.
And why would I do that?
I point the sword at the closest mug of wine, ale, whatever it is they're drinking, and think really clearly, fire. Do I get advantage on an intimidation roll?
Do it,
or do you want me to roll for accuracy to hit?
Roll your accuracy, just one dice, and if it hits, then we're going to go with what's the plus on that?
That's a does that +1, since it's a
It's a magic sword, so
it's a
yeah,
magic sword, but does it also apply for the arcane focus side of things?
I don't know. Are there any arcane focuses that give a +1?
Yes.
There are. I didn't know that. Yeah, okay.
Okay, in that case, it's an 18.
It hits.
Yeah.
Someone's sitting at the table nearby.
The people nearby are like, whoa, as their glasses explode.
Yeah.
Their cheap house wine.
Now roll your intimidation against Gianni de Trion.
As I return my eyes to his, the flaming eyes thing is probably worn off, but on the other hand, I did just explode the nearest table.
Now that he's close up, you notice that his dark eyes also change colours like his hair.
That would be a 23.
He swallows. Fine. Threw them in the mill pond.
And feeling emboldened by this current success,
you are getting looks from the bartender, though.
Oh, I bet I am. I'm basically drunk on power.
Yeah.
I'm a teenager who's like, hey, I got a sword that shoots fireballs.
Like, the thing you do next will determine... But because your intimidation was so good, they're not saying anything yet, because they're saying that it's potentially about to get diffused.
Yeah.
But depending on your next action, they might intervene.
Okay, well, a sensible person would probably say thanks and leave. A teenager would probably say, well, go get them then.
Roll intimidation again, no advantage, just straight.
Okay, so that's a 14.
Okay.
14 is good.
Gianni's face, you can see the struggle, the play of emotions across his face. It's like it's like he's chewing. He wants to, like, pull the fingers, and then he remembers what you did with the firebolt, and he shouts out, "Boys!" And his gang, his 5 friends, join his side, and it's like, right, let's go to the mill pond. Says to you, like, come on, mill pond.
Yeah, let's go.
It's so like, you first, sort of like.
And not, shall I do not intimidation, insight to realize that making us leave first is a dumb idea?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because like if they want to run or sucker punch us or whatever, yeah. That's a 15. So.
Okay, so you know to keep insisting that he go first.
No, after you. Say, just gesturing with the sword. A little bit of fire probably just goes out of the end of it. What
happens here is actually one of the bartenders comes over and opens like the big wide, so that like, because they see the stupid fight of like whose dick is bigger going on. They just want you out, so they're opening like the whole wall of the place. It wasn't really a wall, it was like, like a sort of wooden what do you call that thing? Foldable screen. I know what you mean. Yeah. And they fold it because it's not very warm right now, so they don't just have it open to the air. Yeah. And just like people sort of move away so you can all file out.
Yeah.
Keeping your eyes on each other, no one going through first, no one gonna punch someone in the back of the head or anything.
Yeah.
Just you're on the street and he's going, it's this way. And he's like walking, but like very much like keeping an eye on you, sort of trying to walk like parallel with you, and like not close, social distancing.
Oh yeah. No, masks. Everyone's got masks. So another thing he probably notices is that I have no idea how to hold this thing.
Classic Ambrosio.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ambrosio is not following proper sword handling.
Oh my god.
Because he's done no actual training.
Oh my god, Ambrosio. You're embarrassing.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's got the most like minor level of training in it. And so if they're like, oh, is big swords guy, they're probably noticing that he clearly isn't holding it right.
Oh, Ambrosio. Okay.
And at some point, Valentino really needs to give me some pointers.
Otherwise,
I'm just going to hurt myself.
Ruslan's taking up the rear. But you notice that they aren't really paying much attention to Ruslan or Leona. It's definitely you and Valentino that they're like,
oh, yeah.
If someone's going to make a dick move, it's young men.
Yeah.
Leona's getting no... They are, like, looking at Ruslan, but they sort of... It might be a racial bias thing because he's a dwarf. They sort of assume, like, oh, yeah, he won't do anything underhanded. It's like,
yeah.
They're all, like, about justice and stuff. He wouldn't...
Yeah, they've got the codes.
Yeah. He wouldn't do anything. No.
Yeah.
And girls are just irrelevant to them. So.
And she's a cat.
She's a cat. So, like, she's clearly just, like, someone's pet. Yeah. So you make it to the mill pond. Just out of town. It's barely even out of the gates.
Yeah.
And you can actually see just slightly through the murky water. It's quite shallow. That there's some tools rusting away in the water.
That's okay. We can deal with that.
Yeah. Roll with disadvantage. There is no way that this guy is getting wet in front of you.
And in front of his friends.
Yeah, in front of his friends.
The amount of humiliation.
Yeah.
Ambrosio is pushing it way too far.
Let's see what happens.
That is a 16.
Damn.
Wow. Apparently he's grown a spine.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what is going to happen here is that he's going to try and do it in the most saving face way possible.
Sure.
So, has he got anything on him that he could...
What, like fish in the line?
Yeah. So, he's like, oi, and it gets everyone in his band to give him their belts. And he, like, joins them together and he's, like, trying to loop it up, and I will roll for him to see how successful he is.
Dear, oh dear.
In doing this. Oh, he's not got a great
I'm wishing one of us had Mage Hand.
We're in Yellowtown, so I'm going to roll a yellow dice.
That makes sense. Oh,
so he utterly flubs, and he throws the belts to the ground angrily. He's like, oh, I can't.
Well, get in there, then. And
Make me!
Valentine's like, yeah.
Make me! And he and his boys start to square up.
Okay, well, if Ambrosio is being honest with himself and, like, really reflection and self-knowledge is not really one of his things. But if he was, he's kind of been looking for a fight the whole time.
You don't say.
When you got his magic sword that shoots fire, every problem looks like a flammable thing. Yeah.
Have sword, will fight.
Yeah. And like normally he'll brawl with someone, like, I don't know, gets on the bad side or whatever, but he doesn't go out of his way looking for them. But this time, he got carried away, and he was, yeah. And I think Valentino ditto, and yeah.
And Ruslan should have spoken up before now, but he chose not to, so he's got to back you up in this as much as it goes against his better judgment.
But I can't remember which dice is who now. I'm red.
That's Leona. Is that Valentino? Why is white Valentino? I've gone, but that's Ruslan.
That's Ruslan. That's fun. Okay.
Yeah, because she's a coppery cat.
Okay, so. Well, that means that Valentino goes first.
How much did he roll?
He rolled 22.
22, nice.
Sweet. And then Ruslan got a 20.
Nice. How much did he get? He got okay, and then how much did they get? Oh, really bad.
Well, that's good because I rolled a bunch of 2s as well.
Okay. So what did you get for the other 2?
So then Leona got a 4.
Oh.
And Ambrogio got a 3. Because Ambrogio.
Okay, so
the bros
they get a thing, so they're going on. What is Ambrogio's dex bonus?
+1.
Oh, so you tied. Damn it. I'll let you go first since you are the PC. Okay, so it goes Valentino at the top.
Okay, so the idea here is, yes, we're using swords, yes, we're attacking, but we're going for, it's like a special type of damage. You could call it humiliation damage.
Sure.
Yeah. They're all now not wearing belts, right?
Yeah, that is true.
We're going for roughhousing and pantsing and that sort of thing.
Cool.
All right, so Valentino now has sword and dagger technique.
Case.
Would he have a sneak attack opportunity?
Yes.
Because everyone's around.
Do it.
Sword, dagger. So that's a 16 and 8.
Who is he going against with those?
So who do we have?
We have so Gianni is sort of more lightly dressed than his actually, okay, so 3 of his friends are quite thickly dressed and they're wearing really rich clothes. He's in a sort of more like, look at me, I'm so pretty. Like, he is as rich as them, but
he's a little bit more effete.
He's sort of showing off his body a bit more, so he's not wearing as many layers as them. And then the other ones,
have the fancy sparkling hair.
The other ones are a little bit poorer.
So it's another 2, another 3?
Yeah. So there's 6 altogether. He's 1, and then there's 3, for better lack of a word, heavies, and 2 more light.
Well, I think Valentino will probably go for one of the heavies.
Okay. 1 hit then. Yeah.
And that is D8 plus a D6 plus 3. So that is 12 damage from Valentino.
And you're going for humiliation or actual damage?
We're going for humiliation.
Okay. One of the guys, I think you, with 12, I think you tear his leggings in half. With,
dear.
Like, I don't know quite how you do it, but maybe you, like, manage to, like, spike the back of his, like, tights and do, like, the most awful wedgie, and then the fabric just tears at the crotch.
Poor guy.
So he's having to, like, dawdle away holding his privy part, his privy member hidden, trying to pull down his doublet to hide. Yeah. Like, you have utterly, he might even just jump in the pond for the sake of his modesty. Yeah, you have utterly taken out one guy. Yeah, with that. That was a big hit.
That was a big hit.
Yeah.
Valentino!
Yeah, doing what Valentino should do.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, who's next? It is Ruslan.
Ruslan. Seems a little bit unfair of him to be drawing a 2-handed sword for this, doesn't it? Like dueling swords, sure, you know, right? But like whipping out your giant great.
We can be cinematic about this. I'd say you roll.
Actually, what stuff is there lying around?
Here, we're at a mill pond, so like there could be loose sort of mechanical parts lying around, or sacks.
There's belts.
There are.
He grabs one of the belts and
Yeah. They might even still be attached together, so it might be quite a length of whip available.
Yeah.
Being whipped by their own belts at some point.
Yeah, and he is going to rage.
Furious. Okay, do it.
Yeah.
Okay, who is he going to attack? And
he will go for another one of the heavies.
Cool, go for it.
Yeah, so that is, he was the black guys. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh!
How much damage does a whip do?
Well, when we say damage, he'll probably just end up in the drink.
It's humiliation.
It's metaphorical, yeah.
Finesse and reach, so you can hit people at range with
Damn.
this thing. Finesse doesn't really help.
No. But
it doesn't do an awful lot of damage. But
sure.
That was kind of expected. It does only 8 damage.
You know what? It's one off their hit points, but we're doing humiliation here. I'm going to say that 8 points of belt whip is you.
That's a lot of belt whip
in the drink.
Yeah.
So another guy, you know what happens? He's like
tangled it around his legs, and then
I was going to say maybe it doesn't even hit him, but he just sort of goes, like he really doesn't want to be hit by his own belt tied to his friend's belt, tied to his friend's belt. The humiliation. So he's trying to evade it, and he just like whoa, falls in the pond.
Wow.
So there are now 2 out of 6 men in the pond.
Wow.
But now
this is very humiliating.
But now it is Gianni.
Yes.
And he's a bit more awful than the others. So he draws his mace.
His mace.
He draws his mace.
Jeez, who uses a mace?
A dick.
Yeah.
A rich boy who knows that this will break bones and is a bit of a sadist.
Yeah, I mean, you use a mace if you're on a battlefield and you want to smash apart someone's plate armor. You don't use it for
a dick.
Street brawl.
And you know he's going for you.
Sure.
Yeah. Where did I put my yellow
Let him.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Let him.
And he's got pack tactics.
Let him.
And
it on.
And multi-attack.
Alright, multi-attack's a bit bad.
So, I'll just get a second dice out.
Actually really bad.
Yeah, I know. Wow, he misses with the first hit. That sucks. Does he have pack tactics for both rolls?
What does it say there?
Attack has advantage on attack roll against a creature if at least one of the flags. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, that time he hits.
That hits.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna regret that.
So, you, Ambrosio, I rolled badly again. You take 4 damage. Yes, right. Than the average.
Reaction.
Oh!
Look at me being all like having things I can do. What a change.
Yes.
4 damage for me. I turn around furiously and the fire just spills off the sword, overflowing onto him. So he has to make a dexterity saving throw to get out of the way.
Okay. What's your DC?
Probably a success. My DC
+0
is 14.
So is that a success?
Yes, it's a success.
Damn.
So that means he only takes half damage.
What is half damage?
Half damage is 6 fire damage.
Damn. Well done.
From my Hellish Rebuke.
Yes.
So good.
Okay. The 2 lighter dressed, sort of more poorer looking companions of the others.
Yeah.
Start to. Oh yeah. You're gonna have to find me Sacred Flame, please.
Oh jeez. What? Anyway, we have to make a dexterity saving throw, or we take some radiant damage.
Just one target, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And this one is just if you hit, 1d8. There's no cover. So who's it on?
They're focusing on you.
Yeah.
You're the guy antagonizing their leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so I make a saving.
Oh, right. You do it. Their DC is 12.
Cool. So I need 11. So it's 1 pass, 1 fail.
Okay.
So I take 1d8 radiant damage.
5.
Ow. I just noticed I forgot to update my hit points.
Ooh. Yeah, do
so
that.
That's a bit important.
Yeah. Did you do it for everyone, or you just forgot to do for Ambrosio?
Yeah, I just forgot to do it for me.
Okay. What does the player's handbook say?
Nope, he doesn't have his new hit points either.
Oh. Well, it's most important for Ambrosio.
Right, he does. No one has 20 points.
No. That's very
Yeah.
Paladin Barbarian combination. 15 sounds like it might be.
So that's that one. Yeah. So,
but 8 is definitely not a level
Warlock.
2.
What's a Warlock's hit dice? Is it DH?
I actually don't remember.
Yeah, it's a DH.
Have I even played a Warlock yet?
I'm not sure.
It's still the one I haven't played, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because the traditional flavour of...
I was supposed to play one in Dragon Heist, but we never did.
We never got around to it. One day. Okay, so D8, half of that is 4.5 rounds up to 5, plus 7 more, so I've got 15 hit points. That sounds more
better.
Like it. That sounds more like it.
And
so I'm bloodied, but I'm not, dead.
It is Leona's turn.
And then he's the other one. He's got 6, 7, 8 more, so he's got 18 hit points, which is more like it. Well, Leona, I guess, rather than whipping out her flamethrower, because that's a thing that she has. Oh yeah, Leona has a flamethrower now. Just cash.
Oh my god.
I think the more sort of low-key option is probably just to scratch someone up with her claws. Yeah, so she'll do that. So that's a 17, and I should have announced who she's going for. She'll go for one of the poor friends.
Okay, she definitely hits with that roll.
Yep. And that is 1d4 plus 2. Not much, but 5 damage.
Okay. That one does not go in the drink. It is now...
He probably has some rather painful, bloody scratches, though.
Sure.
Okay, so Ambrosio is having some terrible thoughts about what he could do here to finish this entire fight instantly.
Oh my god.
Because if I wanted to turn this from intimidate into... If I wanted to turn it from humiliate into actual violence, I could end this fight right now.
Wow.
But let's not do that. So, you know what? Let's whip out that sword again, and I think it's time to lay into Gianni. So I will go bonus action to curse Gianni. And then I will come after him with the sword.
So what does curse do?
So the curse means that I do extra damage, and I crit more often, and if he dies, I steal his life. Which, that one's not going to happen because I'm not trying to kill him. But
you're going to steal his mojo, though.
Yes, I could go back in time and steal Austin Powers' mojo. Anyway, so that is a +6 to hit. Oh, and I won't be doing a normal attack. I will be summoning green fire around my blade.
Oh.
Just to really lay this one in. So that is a 17 to hit.
As it very palpably hits, you can hear Maria crying, "Take that, enemy of Laurencio!" She's got a one-track mind.
I don't have time to correct her right now.
How much damage do you do?
So it does, let's see, so it doesn't get the critical, but it does an extra 2 damage. That's 1d8 plus 6 damage. So that is 14 damage.
Nice.
And another 4 damage to the person standing next to him.
Oh, you know that guy who wasn't...
Yeah, the one who got scratched up. The fire just sort of erupts.
He throws himself into the pond to escape the explosion.
You know, I'm imagining those extras in Gangnam Style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like the start of Gangnam Style. Yeah. That's exactly what
yes,
happens.
the sword goes woof.
Yeah.
With fire.
Cool.
And that's 14 damage to Gianni.
3 of the gang are still standing, and amazingly, very bloodied looking now, or harried. I don't know. He's seared.
Eyebrows.
And on the edge of embarrassment. Gianni is still standing.
Dang.
He does not want to go down. It is now the turn
He should
of
probably think about it, though.
the one remaining heavy. I'm going to roll it at the top of the turn as for their morale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all doing all this at the same time, basically.
Yeah. So. You're still mostly in the front, so the last remaining heavy is going to go for you.
That seems fair.
Not a hit.
I'm so glad I've got armor now.
Dodging all the...
Being awed by the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it is now the top of the turn, and let's check in on these guys' morale. Okay. At this point, Gianni is like... He backs off, he turns to the guys in the front, and he's like, fetch them out, come on. And he's like, to you.
Yeah.
Do you relent?
Oh, I mean, that hot, wrathful blood, quick to take offense, but I am good.
Do you want to roll it?
You know what?
Actually,
no.
You are going to roll it.
I am going to roll it?
You are going to roll it. You're going to roll it at a disadvantage.
Oh, so what am I rolling here?
Because you gave up Blink Dog.
Oh. Okay.
That's quite possibly... Well, I mean, giving up anything is bad, but it's quite possibly the worst thing to give it up.
It felt like one of the worst things I could give up.
Yeah.
But I was also feeling like I've got to actually give up something.
Yeah.
I can't be like, oh, I'll give up that meaningless thing.
No, like, you gave up something that's pretty important.
I gave up something important to me.
I mean, it's not, it's not entirely gone, but you are losing hold of it. Yeah.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
6.
You don't relent.
My dand is up.
So let's see what the others do. Do they stick with you or do they back off? Okay, apparently they're all sticking with you.
Well,
actually, what is Ruslan's wisdom? Oh yeah, no, not quite. No, they are sticking with you.
Yeah. Leona's the wisest of us, so we've got some hot-headed fools, and Ruslan's not much better.
No, they see that you're still going in, and you don't let the scrawniest member of the party go alone.
I'm sorry, 14 strength, scrawniest who? Actually, no,
You're all.
That's right, we're buff team.
Yeah. For a buff team, you're the scrawniest.
Yeah. Team of bodybuilders over here.
Yeah. But they don't let Ambrosia go alone. That would be a dick move.
Yeah.
Okay. So top of the thing, it's Valentino again.
Okay, so Valentino. So are all three of them still up and going since we're not accepting the surrender?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Gianni is desperately like, guys, get the freaking tools out of the...
Yeah.
Like, he's thinking there's a chance to get out of this.
Okay, so Valentino will go for... sword on one of the poor friends, and then dagger on Gianni.
Okay. Oh no!
So that's a miss.
Yeah.
And then this is the dagger on Gianni. That's a hit.
Yeah.
That's a palpable hit, as they say in the trade. So that's 1d4, 3, 6, 8.
Oh, nice. He's looking very worse for wear.
Yeah.
And looking more and more like maybe it would just be a good idea to jump in that pond.
Yeah. Because if he does that, that's where I think we'll leave him alone.
Yeah, totally.
We're going for the humiliation here.
It's Ruslan's turn again.
He's still got the whip, so he's going to keep using that to... he will go for...
If he wants to, he could do it as an intimidation check.
Yeah, he'll go for an intimidate on the last of the poor friends.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Yeah, okay. So one in one of the like sort of more brownish clothes throws himself in the pond, even though he hadn't taken any beatings so far.
I think that's so far is the important thing.
Yeah. A better sense of self-preservation than the others. Yeah, definitely. Okay, it's Gianni again.
Gianni. I feel really sorry for him.
I think I'm going to roll for him to see if he's going to just jump straight in.
Yeah.
He throws himself into the water and is trying to pull out the tools.
Right.
And it is Leona and Ambrosio, but unless you guys just want to let him get the last of the heavies, will also like.
I don't mind so much about him. It's Gianni's the guy. He jumped in the pool. Yeah. Cool.
You're crazy, man! And he hefts the heavy tools over the side of the pond and to like backstrokes his way as far as he can get from you.
Don't you forget it! Said Ambrosio and then swaggers off with the others with the tools. Dun, da, 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 da. Wait, no, that's the wrong tune. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing. It wasn't that.
I don't know.
Anyway, we swagger off. Sunglasses.
Yeah.
And probably they say mean things about us behind our back.
Yeah, totally.
But
and then once you get well out of earshot, Rosalind's like, what was that? That was...
We got the tools back.
That was crossing a...
Well, they stole the tools. They were being jerks. We taught them a lesson. Right? And I look at the others.
Yeah, Leona is like, ooh.
And actually, something they might pick up on, and I also look at the sword.
And she's like, what did they have to do with Laurentio? There was something to do with Laurentio, right? Otherwise you wouldn't have gone so hard on them, right? You were rescuing Smith's tools, she picks out from your mind. You humiliated a bunch of teenagers for Smith's tools?
Well,
okay.
They stole them.
Jeez. Man, you're a bit extreme.
Go back to that bar.
Back to... Why do you want to go back to the bar? Rosalind says, looking really worried now.
Pay the innkeeper for the damages. Publican. Says Ambrosio, time to cool down
impressed.
Feel a bit more like a decent person again. Feeling a little bit embarrassed about his actions now. Because, exploiting people's property is like, it's a little out of control.
When you get there, it's actually a little bit emptier than before.
Yeah, I bet.
And the publican looks quite alarmed to see you back.
Sorry about that. And you know what? Let's give him a gold, which is probably more than it's worth. But yeah. And actually, you know what? And then I'll give him another one. Hey, have you heard of a You heard of Laurentio?
Roll your insight, please.
These are my dice. You got a 19. That's pretty good.
The publican goes, no, I never heard of him, mate. And as you turn around to go, you catch the flicker of a look of alarm on Rosalind's face.
On Rosalind's face?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. He was up, like, right behind your shoulder, making sure you apologize properly. You catch him looking alarmed at that. And he stares into the middle distance for a few seconds longer than is natural.
What? What is it? Have you heard of Rosalind? Sorry, here's Rosalind. Have you heard of Laurentio?
No. Roll your insight.
Do I need to?
No, he's definitely lying.
Who is he? What do you know?
Not here. Later. Come on.
All right. I mean, while the sword is like, yes, now, tell me. Ah!
Yeah. But Rosalind's not budging on that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So
Well,
on the way back to
that was surprisingly easy.
I mean, you had to hit a pretty high DC, and you did. So.
Yeah. Apparently, Ambrojo can roll decently.
Who's Maria Boyle?
Is Maria
Boyle?
Who's Maria Boyle?
You know what? Maybe she is. Maybe she is. All right.
Or maybe this sword is like, I need you to find Laurentio.
Oh, the sword is Holt?
Maybe.
No, the sword is way too emotional.
Holt. Yeah, not Boyle.
As you guys are walking back to the forge, Leona's like, well, how many days do you think how many days do you guys think it's going to take for us to finish sharpening all the new swords? Oh, I'm tired of being here already.
Fewer now, right?
Oh, I bloody hope so.
Slightly apologetically, for years I've been used to being the follower to Valentino, even though a lot of the time I had the ideas, I'd sort of let him be the leader. And now I've rebelled against my natural role, and so I'm being kind of apologetic. I'm like, no, I'm not the leader. I'm not the one who leads us into bar fights and then humiliates people.
Actually, I think from the way she's been talking, Maria is more like Gina.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm itching to get out of this town. And Rosalind's like, you and me both. I'm getting tired of it, frankly. Yeah. Leona sighs heavily. You noticed. And Rosalind's like, yep. Hard not to. Roll insight.
Okay, that's a 12.
You have no idea what they're talking about.
Right. Okay.
Did you hear what she said to me this morning? What? Well, it can't be anything as bad as what she said to me. She called me well-groomed. And I don't know if it was just me, but I'm pretty sure she tried to ask me if I have problems with furballs. Okay, that is bad, yes. But she literally said to me, you may be short, but I bet you're big where it counts. Oh, that is worse.
Ambrojo starts laughing awkwardly. It's I don't know how to react to any of this, so it's slightly shocked laughter.
I'm just sick of it, so like as soon as we can move on, that would be really good. Not that it, doesn't guarantee that anything's going to be better with the next master or anything, but like, yeah, she's just, what it is? I already know what you're going to say. It's that she's both at the same time so goddamn nice about it. Well, not goddamn, but flames damned nice about it.
So flaming nice.
Flaming nice about it.
Yeah. So cabbaging nice about it.
If she weren't so fake nice about everything, call her out on it. Yeah, but you wouldn't because she's your master. I know, but and so the two of them are walking along behind.
So
the other two of you.
So where would you like to go next?
I don't know. Yeah, just wherever you guys want to knock off next, it's fine by me.
Okay.
Valentino shrugs laconically. No, it's your apprenticeship, not mine.
Well, okay. When we get back, we'll hand over the tools, and we will ask Ruslan. Well, I will ask Ruslan. So, who is Laurentio, and why don't you want to talk about him?
Laurentio was a gangster.
With the Benevoli?
Yeah. And, yeah.
Was. Did he quit? Is he dead?
Maybe he's dead. I haven't seen him in, I don't know, almost 2 decades now.
Did you know a woman called Maria?
Roll your... No, don't even roll. His face cracks with sorrow for a moment. How do you know about Maria?
Well, he's being honest with me, so I think it's time to level with him as well. When I made the sword, there's a spirit in it that's talking to me.
We're having a moment here, okay? Can you not? Can you not?
You solved the problem like the singing sword.
The tension's gone now.
Yeah,
the tension is gone. Thanks,
gone.
Lauren. Look at the comments.
There's a spirit in the sword that talks to me. She calls herself Maria, I say, drawing my smiley face emoji sword. And just, like clearly just holding it casually, not like pointing it
anywhere.
Yeah. She calls herself Maria, and she's looking for Laurentio.
Do I speak out loud, or does she hear my thoughts, or what?
She talks to me in my thoughts.
And he takes it and he goes really still and really quiet. And you can sort of see his lips moving as if he's sort of like whispering, talking in his line and stuff. And then tears just start streaming from his face.
Mm-hmm.
And after a long while, he hands it back to you. And Maria says, "What you did today was really stupid. What were you thinking?"
You loved her, didn't you?
And Laurentio...
Laurentio.
And then Ruslan just sort of blushes and and he goes off to have a moment alone. Yeah. And meanwhile, Maria is like, "Don't you try and deflect. I'm talking to you, boy. You need to be way more careful about yourself. Do you have any idea how much people have sacrificed to keep you alive? You look after yourself now.
To keep
Do you
me
hear?
Alive?
Yeah. Do you have any idea how much pain Ruslan has gone through to keep you alive? You bloody be careful now."
What do you mean? What are you talking about? That bully wasn't so dangerous.
Everyone is dangerous. You have no idea who that was. He had shiny hair. Did you see how shiny that was? I bet you he's related to a
conditioner.
I bet he's related to a dragon. Did you think about that? His hair looked like metal. Did you think about that? Did Treon? He's probably a Quicksilver spawn. Did you think about that? No, you didn't, did you? Oh, idiot child. You've got to take more care. Her whole casual manner towards you has completely changed. She's far more matronly, domineering, way more, just way older. Like before she sounded like a 20-something woman.
Yeah.
Now she sounds like she's 40-something.
Right. That's not over, is it?
I have no idea. A guy like that could be particularly vengeful. So yeah, maybe you need to watch your back now. It's a good thing you've got me and Rosalind to look after you. Next time, think, would you?
So did Rosalind have any clues for you about...
Yeah. He knows where Laurencio is. Don't worry about it. It's all sorted now. Don't worry. I am where I am. And that dumb little smiley face?
Yeah. Is it now doing the different emotions based on...
It seems right now. There's actually like... It doesn't look so stupid anymore. It looks sort of like peaceful, calm, happy, contented.
How long has Rosalind been looking after me?
Your whole life.
I think about this for a minute. I start putting some things together. My intelligence is 10. My wisdom is 8. Do I start putting some things together?
Tell me what you're putting together. And I mean, because she's reading your mind, right? So, like, she can either confirm or try to deny things.
I start putting some things together. About 20 years ago. That's about when I was born. Or about when I was conceived. I'm not half dwarf. But Valentino, a swordsman, is he my father?
Wait, what did you say about Valentino?
Not Valentino. Laurencio. Is Laurencio my father?
No, she says smugly.
And is Maria my mother?
That she can't deny. So she doesn't even try to. She just humps.
Oh, Maria is his mum.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
She neither confirms nor denies.
You're my mother?
I didn't say I was.
You didn't say you weren't.
Anyway, you don't need to worry about that. I was looking for Laurencio because he would know where my child was. I know the answer. So I'm happy. I am exactly where I am supposed to be. And you are going to take better care of yourself.
Young man.
Young man.
I have this weird image of, like, how do you throw your arms around a sword? And
don't do it.
Also, I think Ambrogio, being an 18-year-old, is probably now trying to
not think, oh god,
of those suddenly edible thoughts that he'd been having. Yeah, let's just get that out of his head as possible.
She starts singing, trying to like block out the thoughts, because being a sword that only converses mentally is not actually very fun.
Not great, and not being a
being in telepathic combat. you mind putting me back in the skin?
Puts it away. And,
thank you.
And then props Mum up. The mum blade.
The mum blade.
Props the mum blade up and it's like, what? How do you even process this?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. I just set people on fire with my mum. Like, where do you even start to process all of this? Who do you even start to, like, can I turn to Valentino and be like, hey, foster brother, the sword is my mother?
You hear ding, 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 and Aurora's shouting out, hey, come on, we've had enough time to lounge around, and you've got plenty of time to process your thoughts with the hard, slogging work of sharpening 200 mass-produced blades.
Hey, at least we've got 3 sets of swords now and not 2.
And I'm sure there's more sort of lathing things on the workshop bench. Yeah. That sort of stuff you can't really steal. So yeah, you are all set to sandpapering and grinding down these. It is going to take ages. Yeah. So Leona and Ruslan are sort of eager to start so that they can finish and get on the way. Yeah. Because they're a little bit sick and tired of the casual racism.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We all get on with it. It's only 50 swords each.
Do you have any? 40.
Oh yeah,
there's 5 of you, and I'm sure she can have other apprentices come in at the time. So are there any conversations you want to have over the sort of week that this takes?
I think I would probably want to talk to Ruslan more.
Okay. What would you like to ask him?
I know you haven't been...
Oh, I have a question for you.
Yes.
He comes to you first.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And he asks, do you mind if I to Maria again?
I think about it and no, I'll give him the sword.
And he goes and he's either like sitting in the dormitory or sit out in the yard and he just sort of sits and meditates. It looks like he's meditating for like half an hour at a time, the times that he asks you if he can do this.
Yeah.
But he never says anything about what he talks about.
I think I want to ask him about it.
Okay.
So.
Big red furnace.
I figured it out. You know, I know she was my mother.
Yeah.
Is my mother. Wow, that takes some getting used to. So looking at the sword that he's still holding, or that he's put down at this point. And you're not hireling, are you?
Well, yes, I am.
Yes, but
I was not originally.
But
I was
you're here to look after
taking care of you. And Giorgio hired me on once he realised that I could be helpful.
Who charged you?
Your mum.
So, what was she like?
Beautiful. Feisty. Bossy.
I've noticed.
Lazy.
Lazy?
Judgmental. Fun. Dangerous.
How did you meet her?
She was never particularly pious. I had a cell phone. I don't get that reference.
I don't get that.
You're gonna have to explain that one, Kiwi Tanipa.
She was a sea monster at the bottom of a trench.
Maria and I have decided there are certain things we're not going to tell you until we can be certain that you aren't going to do something rash. So I'm not...
What sort of thing? Something happened, didn't it?
We're not going to tell you...
Oh, Gina.
All right. Right. We're not telling you who your father is, for one. And I'm not going to tell you what I did before she charged me with looking after you, because that would give too much away and you'd probably start putting pieces together on that. So I'm not going to say anything about that either.
Why? Don't you trust me? I say, and then
actually,
immediately think back to the mill pond.
Yeah, actually, no.
And
the mill pond was a big disappointment to me.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Yeah. No, I'd blush and look away before he even has to say that.
Yeah. Well, I know I believe better of you, but I also believe that things get better with time, and that maybe when you're a little bit older, that will be the right time to tell you. But right now would be a catastrophically bad time to tell you, so I'm not going to, and neither is Maria. That is the decision we've come to. I have protected you for 18 years. And
protected me from worked. Who? My father?
I'm not going to confirm or deny that. But you have been protected. You have not been found. You have grown up safe and happy. Perhaps a little confused. And I'm sorry.
I would have been happier if I'd known some of this before. All my life I've felt like I haven't fit in, like I've been missing something.
Because of the people.
Giorgio raised me with his son, but not like a son.
Because of the people looking for you, I could never tell you when you were a kid in case you said something and someone overheard. The wrong word, the children say things, And in case someone did try and find you right now, I'm going to protect you from that knowledge still, because if I did tell you what it was, they could potentially... Oh, look, Maria and I are thinking ourselves into loops here. I know we're being a bit extreme, but...
Well, that's what this town does to you.
Yeah. Anyway. In some ways, she's actually safer now where she is than when she was alive. So at least you have her now, and she has you. I thought I was pretty sure that I didn't know. And I'm pretty sad about it, but at the same time, she's right here. I can talk to her whenever you give me her. And yeah. Look. I know there's no easy way to get around it and keeping secrets from you, but you're just going to have to trust me that it's for your own good. Oh. Well, you did lose Blink Dog, so...
If you've known all along the answers that I've been looking for my entire life, I'm not sure I can trust you.
That's fair. I deserve that.
And I think I'll scoop up Mum by the scabbard and walk off. I think it's time to leave this town.
Okay, so it's the final...
I think we're done here.
It's the final day of sharpening and everything.
Yeah.
And you hear the regular rusty creak and the grinding of wooden wheels as a cart arrives outside, or a series of carts really arrives outside of the forge. And the people who have arrived are in bronze armor.
Oh.
With red
plumes. Right.
Does Ambrosio? Yeah, Ambrosio will know who these are. Anyone who lives in the Milano province will know who these are.
We'll know who these are.
There is a sheep-headed woman.
A sheep-headed woman.
An ovicephali.
An ovicephali.
An ovicephali. Leading the carts with a few soldiers with her. And she rings on the bell of the gate and cries out, "Master, we're here. I hope the order is ready."
Well, I'll just stop and eye them, but see how she reacts to this. This isn't what I was expecting when we heard about Claudius the Red.
Roll an insight.
Man, insight is looking like the most useful skill at the moment. 5.
Aurora's face is turned away from you, so you see nothing as she goes, good. Welcome.
Yeah. No, she's reacting like it's normal.
Yeah.
But
Commodore Fidelia? That is me. I take it the 200 swords are ready to go? Yes, please come and apprentices, please load the carts with the swords.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be loading these swords that you have slaved away on?
Yeah.
For the last 2 weeks?
At least.
Onto the carts of your enemies.
Not great.
The people who are intent on taking down the capital of your province.
Yeah. Not great at all.
It's fair that you didn't make a guess. Well, you did roll when you heard the name Claudius the Red, and no one had heard of Claudius the Red.
Nope.
And Leona says to Aurora, "But Claudius the Red? He's the master in Staglia, which, I mean, you guys are going to have to do signature at some point, I'm sure. So, I mean, if you wanted, you could go with this train here and go do your Staglia training now if you wanted."
So,
I'm ready to sign off on you now. You've learned everything you can from me.
I look at the others for this one. So, do I actually have to go to every city to get signed off, or
no? You have to get a certain
number. Is what I was imagining. Yeah,
but there is a lot of smithing being done in Staglia, so a lot of people do go there, regardless of where they come from. Although Medilano smiths might particularly avoid that one.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I think.
Okay.
I think I'm good. I was thinking we might go across the mountain pass here.
Oh yeah, to where?
To Firenze.
Cool.
What can I say? It's my favourite one.
Cool. Okay. So you politely refuse the offer to pack up and go to Staglia, but you guys are leaving town anyway, so she...
And I think this time I actually managed to refrain from saying something inflammatory.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, for once.
And
man, he's really hot-headed.
Everyone's pretty happy with your decision to go to Firenze.
Yeah.
Roll your insight, please.
Man, I should have taken even better training in insight. Mum is in his ear.
Yeah, actually, Mum is happy to go to Firenze as well. Nice!
Whoa! Natural 20.
You notice that Valentino agrees really quickly to the plan to go over the mountains.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking, let's go that way. Yeah,
Give him a bit of side eye, but yep, okay, let's do it. Let's go to Fiumenze.
Cool. And Leona's just, she goes with the flow, she's happy, and Rosalind and Mum are both like, big city, sensible, good smiths there, Kaimiopoli. So that's all good then. Mum is obviously no longer keen to go to Kaimiopoli.
Fair enough, we're probably going to wind up there.
Maybe. So anyway.
Or maybe I'll be like, let's go to Panormo, and you'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, I know that that's on the blog, but it's not on the map.
It actually is. It's the one that's got. Oh no, that's a mountain.
Oh, but
it's
that
right under the control of the
island there that you can see on that.
Yeah, Trinacria.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I have original names for places and don't just use old historical names for real world places. Tirenia.
Aurora is super happy that you're all going to get out of her hair. She's been a very gracious host. She's been,
we're super happy to get out of her hair too.
But you can tell she's looking forward to having her space back. And Leona and Rosa are so happy to not be asked about how well groomed or well endowed they are anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe Valentino's looking a little bit disappointed that his Stifler's mum dreams never came true.
Oh, those were Ambrogio's dreams.
Oh, were they?
Man, we're going to have to deal with the fact that Ambrogio is a horny teenager who's got his mum in his head. Like, they're going to have to figure out some boundaries there. Cause
it's probably actually a good thing he found out sooner rather than later.
Yeah, that was what was up with the whole Oedipal thing. He's a horny teenager. Yeah.
So, as you are leaving town,
yes,
you are set upon.
Oh, are we just?
By a contingent of town guard and a priest.
A priest?
Oh, that's them, I think. Is that them? And from behind the priest comes Gianni de Trion. Yeah, that's them. Magic sword and all that. Come, you folk there, come talk with me in the church, please.
Let's pause for a second and consider our horses, whether they're on anything, how far we are from the gate.
The guard are all in the way of the gate.
Right.
Yeah.
So flight looks pretty impossible then, doesn't it?
You could try it.
We actually have decent animal handling.
Yeah. And this is a minor town. The town guard aren't necessarily that well trained or well compensated.
I mean, they can't keep the students in line.
No, they can't. So you could try and run it if you so desired.
But that'll just make things worse.
Well, you are leaving town and this is sort of a near town, so it's not like they have that much jurisdiction to chase you cross country. But if you came back this way at any point, say if you didn't want to go past Staglia to get home, you'd have to cross at Matauro possibly, or take a boat, or so
there might be some other passes, but I think
this is probably the most comfortable pass.
Yeah. Oh, this is the main pass.
Yeah.
You could probably take the pass and just skirt the city rather than going in. But,
right.
Yeah, this is the main. That's where the road goes.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure Mataro actually has a pass. I think it's just
nestled
in the foothills. Yeah. Meluso does, of course.
Yeah,
but we'd have to go all the way down there.
And quite near
Kaimiopoli.
Yeah. So what's the decision?
Oh. Once again, I wish I had those Pendragon personality stats.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's think about it in terms of your horoscope. Oh,
Yeah.
James! Watch for men of the cloth. They may protect you, or they may see the need to protect something from you.
What sort of horses are we on? Just riding horses?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I think I want to look at the others and see what they think too.
Valentino looks pissed.
Yeah.
He would definitely ride through. In fact, he's not even necessarily looking at you to see if you will.
Yeah.
He's trying to calculate the odds.
Yeah.
Specifically, like, at first he looks resigned, and then he sees Gianni, and Gianni mentions the sword, and that sets Rosalind's hackles up, and he wants to run. Leona is just like,
Yeah, no, I think we're going for it. I think we're going to try and run.
Okay.
And actually, there'll be multiple gates.
You're going to try and reverse it.
Yeah, I think that might be a better call.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're going out the main one now, but you guys know the Mill Pond gate as well. And,
we do know the Mill Pond gate, and
you've had 2 weeks in this town, so you know some of the routes.
We know a couple of the routes.
Hopefully you know the ones
this
that
one is actually a pretty confusing city to navigate.
Yeah.
But,
hopefully you don't stumble into any roving crowds of students.
Yeah, no, I think are we using
the chase map again? I guess
chase map.
Okay. So
it sounds like we're not starting at that great a distance.
No, you won't, because you guys have got to turn around.
Good old chase map. So maybe we're just like one space ahead of them to start off with.
Yeah. So let's just start it. So you have got. Map. Oh, there's no way that priest is going to catch up with you, and they're all on foot currently. So. Yeah,
we've got a pretty decent chance here. It's just good crowds and.
Yeah. So where are my stats? Okay. Cool. I've got it. All right. So you've got Gianni with his. I think everyone's just going to have 30, aren't they? And horses have 40 feet.
60.
60. Wow, you guys.
But remember, in terms of movement,
in the chase movement, it's different.
And when you're in a town and stuff, all that matters is we're faster.
There's actually 6 guards.
And also, like, not all of us have got great animal handling.
Yeah. Okay.
Valentino's great at it. He's really good.
Go ahead and you guys roll
Horses
your.
Are badass. Yes. Yeah. They are.
So Gianni and the 6 guards are starting in space 1. You guys are starting in space 2.
Okay, I would say, historically speaking, dogs are nice. Horses are man's best friend.
Yeah. And the priest is not.
The priest is in space 0.
From here, you can see that he has the sort of characteristics of the Fey touched. Like sort of quite angular features. The high pointed ears, and but he's still ancient. Like the general sort of urban myths about them being forever young clearly aren't true.
No. Oh, he's good, Anna.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your animal handling, all of you.
Cool. So
I'll need another dice for the guards.
So yeah, we all got 1 space automatically, and then we have advantage because we are faster than them.
Yeah, you do.
So that's him. That's me. That's them, but they have advantage. So okay. So that's what we've got. So I have got a 19.
Okay. You go up another square.
Valentino has got a what's that? 15.
Okay, the guards, is that your next highest?
Leona, I think, is going to pray to get out of here, which is going to affect her numbers.
Oh, okay. So in that case, because the guards are actually too fast for Valentino, so Valentino is on the same space as the guards now. And looks
so
like
we've got
same
an
as
18
Rosalind.
for Leona.
Not fast enough. These guards have a burst of speed.
An 18.
19. They have a burst of speed.
Yeah.
It could be that they were guessing that you were going to run. It could be that maybe they're a little bit well trained. It could be that they know the lay of the land better than you.
Yeah.
Maybe there was some sort of stopping your turn from being quite so neat.
Yeah.
So they get the drop on everyone but you. You're in the space ahead. Everyone else is sharing space. Gianni is too slow. He's sort of half behind the priest going, nah, 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 nah.
Yeah.
And so he hasn't got a good footing to start chasing. So
Leona has already actually done her action.
Oh, okay. We need to actually roll initiative as well. I just realised.
Yeah, we do that. So. Whoa. Okay, we did well. So 21-21.
Damn, so that's Rosalind.
So
and
Valentina goes first, then Rosalind.
Okay.
Then 19 for Leona.
Damn, you actually, everyone. And then 16 everyone.
for Ambrogio.
Yeah, and then the guards, and then.
Yeah, we rolled really well.
Okay. You'll go.
Cool, so
there are 6 guards on your square. They are getting their crossbows ready. To try and pin you down because you are running.
Okay, so Valentino, I think, is going to. Yeah, fighting back is a terrible idea. That's what gets party sent out after you.
Yep, that's true.
Valentino is going to lean down low over his horse's neck and try and focus on as as possible.
So is that cover or?
Yeah,
okay.
So that's
disadvantage.
Dodge, so they've got disadvantage to attacks.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Risen next.
Oh, remember they're going to have disadvantage because running and firing a crossbow is really hard.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, that means they've got double disadvantage.
Ooh.
Oh, never mind. There's no such thing, but just.
Yeah. Maybe instead of having it be about dodging, maybe have it being about focusing on his animal handling.
Sure.
But you already have advantage. Animal handling.
Sure. Okay. Actually, I think they're just going to do the same thing. Like they.
Okay. That's fair.
Like, the aim is we're going to focus on escaping. We're not going to focus on trying to fight back.
Yeah.
The only person who's got something extra they could do is Leona, and she is.
Lay on hands if he needs it.
He does. Yeah. But Leona has tried to do guidance this turn to get herself a bonus.
Okay, so she can't do guidance. Ambrogio, he's next.
Ambrogio.
Have either of you magic users got something that can lay down like difficult terrain or something like that?
That's not really my thing.
No, it's not, is it?
It's not really my thing.
Nope.
I mean, actually, I do.
Oh, you do?
It's just, if I come back here, I'll be burnt at the stake. Let's do it! Let's do it! Interesting choices are better than non-interesting ones.
Your guild papers are already signed. You've got no reason to come back here.
I draw out Mum, and then...
That's just the sword's name now, is Mum.
Yeah, it's Mum. I draw out Mum, and then think at her... They already know you're a magic sword. And does she reply?
Oh...
Mum, I choose you.
This is exactly what I was talking about. The only reason why you're in this now is because off that Tirenia, kid.
It's too
late. This is the result of your actions.
It's too late for that now, Mum. And then I look behind me, trying not to fall off the horse in the process, and aim the sword at the sparks that are flying up off my horse's hoof. And then the area turns into fire behind me.
You know that your guys are still behind you, right?
Sure, but I'm hoping that they can ride past.
Okay.
jump the fire.
Okay.
But I can't create difficult terrain, but I can create burning terrain. That is the thing that I have.
Okay, if you pull this off, I guess that they probably won't think it's worth it to try and chase after you.
So I've dropped an area of flame, and you take damage if you move into it.
Damn. Well, I hope that your compatriots can get past that.
They're good riders.
Are they?
They're focusing on riding, remember?
They are focusing on riding. Okay. Well.
So it's creating an obstacle.
Okay.
Yeah.
The guards are going to take
flaming obstacle.
The guards are going to take pot shots at you.
Yeah.
Oh, when I say pot shots, it's actually just spears.
Oh,
no,
remember these are medieval guards, not
so
Renaissance guards. You can give them whatever you want.
Okay. They'll do crossbows, but at the same stats.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to go one each on all of you, and then two are going to be doubling up. So actually, I'll roll a d6. So let me extra one on Valentino.
No, Valentino.
Extra one on Leona. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
So
that was the first one.
Let's do Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Ambrosio, you get hit. Valentino, you don't.
Wait, so how are they rolling this?
Crossbows.
Yeah. Oh, so they don't have disadvantage?
Oh, they do. Okay, don't get hit.
Does get hit,
but does not crit.
Ow.
Does not get hit and avoids a crit.
The amount of crits
that probably does hit, right? Oh no,
it's 18.
She misses, so it's only Valentino taking a hit, 18? Right? Because she's a heavy armor cleric, right?
Yeah.
And then again on Valentino, miss, and then again on Leona, miss. Okay, so just the one hit on Valentino, and he takes 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay.
Oh, you would totally be healed from the last battle.
Yeah,
it's been a week.
Yeah, I've already done it. Okay, so Valentino gets clipped, and then suddenly all the horses are rearing up as there's fire in front of them.
Oh, Gianni does get to do a pot shot as well, and you know he's going for me. I don't think he has a heavy crossbow. I'm just gonna pass through that one. No.
Oh no.
In fact, it would be with disadvantage, and it's definitely.
What if he's running after me? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He probably stops to deliver this one. Anyway, back to the top. Your people have to make their animal handling checks now to get over the obstacle you have created.
Not me.
Everyone else. Okay, so
Valentino.
Thank goodness.
That's a 23 for Valentino.
The horse looks like a painting of a horse as it leaps gracefully over. Yeah.
Leona is going to once again use her guidance for her action.
That makes sense.
Boost to this because she's not a great.
She doesn't want her horsey to get hurt.
She's not a bad rider either, but she's not great at it.
No,
that's nice. That's even better actually. Because of the guidance, that's 19, 21, 24.
Nice.
Dang.
You know, Valentino thought he did pretty well, but then Leona just has this beatific smile. She looks like a fresco of an angel.
She just rides through and flames apart.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now Ruslan.
Come on, Ruslan, come on.
Oh, Ruslan.
You can do it.
Ruslan is not trained in animal handling. That's a 9.
Oh.
Or an 18.
That's better.
That's more like it. Yes.
Okay, you all do. Oh no.
Oh no.
Are we still? I think we're still live.
Are we still live?
Tell us we're
Say
still live.
something.
Say something, Lauren. Are we still live? It'll take ages though because of the delay.
Yeah.
Might just be an error in one part of the thing, maybe? Okay, cool. We're still alive. Okay.
Good. We're still alive.
That was weird. Our computer was telling us there was an error. Okay.
Yeah.
So you make it through, and the guards. Oh, let's be realistic here. Yeah, they're like, no.
Fire. What?
Yeah, no. Okay. And Gianni is by them going, get after them, and the guards are just like, how are
no,
you?
You're an error.
How are you, kid? Get lost. This isn't worth. We get paid how much? It's not worth getting burns.
I get paid a.
And the priest behind looks very. who can I write to about this? A letter to the editor.
No.
A letter to the papal seat. But you make it out, and you get to the gates of Falsina with no further... I mean, the guards at the gate might look a little bit bemused as you ride somewhat faster than usual out of the thing, but they haven't heard anything about what's happening at the other end. They're just like, oh, bye. All right.
Students going for a ride, right?
Yeah. This is a crazy town anyway.
Yeah.
And potentially earned yourself a new enemy.
Yep.
But at least the priest didn't get his hands... Yeah, and the priest didn't get his hands on your sword. God knows what he would have done to it. And you've vanquished Gianni di Trion for now.
For now.
What a great...
I know exactly who Gianni di Trion is.
Who is he?
And you haven't read the book he's from.
Oh, okay.
But in the Kingkiller Chronicles, the Patrick Rothfuss books, the character has a rival called Ambrose Jackus.
Yeah.
At the university. I was like, that's him.
Okay. Is it
that
like
is him.
A rich dickhead?
Yes.
Right.
Who's something like 9th in line to become the king.
Right.
And so there's a lot of speculation about 9th in line to be the king, enemy of the guy who in the future will be called Kingkiller.
Yeah. I sort of see him like one of Trump's sons, like a Don Jr. or an Eric. Yeah. But I also see him being played by Tom Hiddleston, like a teenaged Tom Hiddleston. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there.
That seems like a good...
I do have stuff prepared for
it seems like a good sort of like dramatic point.
Exactly. So, yeah, I didn't... Because of the things that you said, that's why you had the revelation drop. That you've got the mum sword.
Mum sword!
If you hadn't said the name Maria to Ruslan, if you just said, there's a voice in my sword, he would have made assumptions.
Different assumptions.
And definitely not tried to have touched the sword.
Yeah.
But because you said Maria, that was what made him go, oh. Yeah.
Well.
So I dropped that revelation way earlier, but there's obviously more revelations coming, and both him and your mum are refusing to reveal them to you.
Obi-Wan.
Well, I mean, at least they're being a bit more obvious about, like, there is a secret and we're not telling you. No, see, like, you're not fighting.
Yet.
Well,
we'll see what happens there.
If that does come for you, of course they're going to tell you.
Yeah.
But they don't see how it could possibly happen.
They don't see how it could be relevant at this time.
Yeah. And telling you is probably the way to get it to happen.
Also, I find it interesting that Laurencio was such a big thing, and then it's like, oh, don't worry about Laurencio, he's not important.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me that's like, okay, so who's Laurencio?
Yeah, we can get back to that mystery.
Originally, I was wondering if he was the guy who made the sword that never needed to be sharpened.
Well, you never know. Oh no, actually, you will eventually know.
Yes.
Yeah. Laurencio will still get revealed. It's not irrelevant. Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting revelation. Yeah. And then that moment where I was like, this was my mum.
Stop thinking sexy thoughts. Oh no, I'm a teenage boy, it's impossible. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
That was really fun.
And now I have a whole week to write what's going to happen in Firenze.
First session, I never really felt like I got Ambrogio.
Yeah.
This one I did.
Yay! Good. Yeah, this one was more interesting.
He's a lot more brash than I was expecting.
Well, you gave up Blink Dog, so it's quite appropriate.
That was not what I thought giving up Blink Dog would mean.
What did you think giving up Blink Dog would mean?
I thought that I was an orphan who was looking for their family, and the Blink Dog is the pack animal.
Ah.
And so I thought I was giving up finding out about my past.
So,
but that was not what it turned out. I was giving up at all.
No.
That's how it goes with these things.
And actually,
metaphors will bite you in the ass.
And actually, they're according to your birth chart.
Yeah.
That would have been nearly impossible to give up because who said it? One of these says it. Your destiny is tied up with your family.
Yeah, can't give up your destiny.
Yeah. Where is it? Is it in Dragon? No, it's not in Dragon. I definitely remember writing somewhere that I can't find it right now. But so Blink Dog is the house of law, marriage, contracts, and business. And Blink Dog for you being in the third house of it's the sign of it's basically Libra.
Right.
The sign of balance and judgment and stuff.
Yeah.
And for you it's in the third house, which is the house of communication. So you gave up unbiased communication, calm communication, good judgment on your feet. Oh, good to see you, Lauren. Thank you for watching the whole way.
Thank you for watching.
Have fun at your work meeting. Somewhere here I wrote that you're But yeah, so the reason why you're feeling especially brash is because that's what you gave up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of already what I had as my flaw, but
you've made it worse now.
Yeah.
As evidenced by your choice to storm into shadows and
explode things until I got what I wanted.
And it's like there's a certain question that might occur to Ambrosio in the middle of the night of, is the sword what's doing this to me?
With his wisdom of 8,
natural.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe Leona says it.
Yeah. She's
maybe
wiser.
because I mean, her and Valentino don't know yet what you and Ruslan know, but she does say, you've been a little bit more hasty.
Well, I think
she puts it in the nicest possible way. Hasty.
I think I'll probably talk to them about it on the road, but
okay.
It's like now that it's come out to one person, it will come out to everyone.
Okay. I think Leona wants to talk to your mum.
Talk to the mum sword.
And then, do you let her?
Yeah, but we'll leave this till next time.
Sure. Well, I mean, we won't leave anything because when you ask her what they talk about, she goes, it's none of your business. Girl talk.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Finn.
Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
Thank you for joining us. If you are new, and we'll see you again next week. I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
You're meant to. Here we come.
I wonder if we'll have any cameos.